right, everyone. We are back for episode 2 of Podcast Ultimate, and holy crap, this is a big one, a big doozy of a podcast this week.
Holy shit!
Yeah, holy bananas, holy Sakurai, please take a nap or just chill, man. Like, before we get into all that, let me introduce my other co-host. I'll introduce myself, which I'm terrible at. I am Mike Burgess, video producer for IrrationalPassions.com, and I'm joined by the Smash Lad, Alex O'Neill.
Holy shit!
Editor-in-Chief of IrrationalPassions.com.
Fuck!
And
like Smash Lad.
Yeah, and I guess Scott can be the Smash Dad. Smash Dad, I don't know. That rhymes, I guess.
Smash Dad!
Scott White is here, an editor at IrrationalPassions.com. Smash Dad and Smash Lad. We're here to talk all things Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and its lead up to launch. And holy crap, there was a Smash Direct.
Gifts to the Smash to the Podcast Ultimate.
Yeah, I guess it started at Evo. The Smash Melee finals happened Sunday night, and right before the finals, they were like, "Oh, hey, we got a little something for you," and then boom, Smash Direct this week, this Wednesday. Everyone's everyone's prepped, and man, we'll get into the nitty gritty of this Direct, but like this one was just insane. This was the Direct I was expecting to see like a month before this game came out.
Yes.
Like I was before going into this, I was kind of like on like a low. I was low key excited, but not like I was kind of like settling my expectations. But man, they just blew it out with this. What are your guys also kind of like initial overall thoughts before we kind of delve deeper into this?
I've watched
Luigi's dead.
Luigi's dead.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Luigi. Pour one out. Like, we have a pour one out segment, but we should really pour one out for our boy Luigi. The Luigi. But also, Jesus, I watched this like 4 times.
Yeah,
like,
I've watched a bunch of times too.
Yeah, I've legitimately watched it 4 or 5 times. Like twice just watching it, and like other times watching it with other people.
Yeah, same.
Like the Easy Allies did a really great reactions to it.
Kyle Bossman's like laugh,
and
like
the genuine Kyle laugh.
Yeah, just when he immediately just loses it, and I just like it gets me every time. It's perfect.
Yeah. Tim Geddes from Kind of Funny did a great reaction to where he just like the best part about it was he called the King K. Rool bit when they showed Claptrap about halfway through the Direct, and I was like blown away by that. So
Claptrap was in it?
Yeah, not that Claptrap, not Borderlands Claptrap.
I was like, what?
Claptrap with a K from Donkey Kong Country.
I mean, at this point, this Direct was so buck wild, I wouldn't even have been like, if like a Claptrap just like rolled in and made some fucking awful joke, I would have just been like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. There's just like so much fucking crazy stuff.
This is the kind of Direct that makes you think that anything is possible.
My butt clenched a little bit when I thought like Claptrap from Borderlands was like in the trailer and I missed it. It was like, oh my god, did this
like
just
I gotta watch this
up?
again.
It's like, what is life?
But yeah, so we'll go just like pretty much in order of what happened in this Smash Direct. And the first thing they do, they just have a cold open with this amazing reveal trailer for Simon Belmont and Richter Belmont from Castlevania. Simon's from, I think he's like Castlevania 1.
He's
and
OG Castlevania.
He's 1 and 2.
Yeah, he's 1 and 2. I think he's also, was it Super Castlevania 4?
Yeah,
I think.
he's Super Castlevania.
And then
4.
Richter is an echo fighter of Richter Belmont is an echo fighter of Simon. He's from Rondo of Blood, and he's also in Symphony of the Night.
He's in Castlevania X as well.
It is the other way around.
Yeah, he's a
Simon is an echo of Richter.
I mean, in some ways, yeah. I like that they were like, hey, we took some moveset parts from Richter, and in a way, Simon's kind of using
and incorporated them all together.
A lot of the moves, like especially like the rain or the holy water coming down and the dash attack, things like that. That's all Richter stuff. So I'm thinking, I believe in my heart.
Richter is the OG.
Richter's the OG.
True OG.
I like
Richter's the OG.
This is maybe, and we can maybe like at the end of it, we can rank all the reveal videos for different fighters. But this is like, this is probably number one. Like, this is a really good one.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get to another character that was also revealed. I don't want to get too ahead, but I think that one
this is also
edges
good.
it out for me personally, just because of some of the weird meta layers that are all going on with that.
True.
But yeah,
It's just
that trailer was just incredible though. Like as soon as the music, and as soon as like a Luigi appeared on the screen, just hear like, and like the sound design is amazing too. Like, cause you it's like. After like I didn't notice the first time, but you can like when Simon opens up the door and he's just sitting there in the cloak, you can hear like Luigi's echoing scream like in the background, and then it just goes to him like shooting a plunger like at a mummy and just like running away from Medusa and just all this stuff. It's just like, man, this is too perfect.
It's
of like a fusion of stuff.
It's also like, you know, we're watching. It is like super cold open. They show like the Smash like cut, like the two lines, and then the sound for that, and it goes right into this trailer. The first thing you see is like a castle turret, and we all know, okay, it's Simon. Like it's happening for sure. And it's like raining outside, and he's walking in with a cloak. And it's just like, it's all incredible set dressing, but also this beautiful idea of like, what if like a Luigi was like Luigi Mansion geared up in Dracula's castle.
that was the pitch. Somebody pitched that to Sakurai, and he was just like, get on it.
He's like, this is
what if
this is the best idea.
Luigi's just like walking around in a Castlevania castle and just gets murked. Just like, do it, we're on it, let's do it.
I can't wait to see that like the emulator like mod communities take this Luigi sprite from like Mario Brothers 2 or something and put it in like the old Castlevanias and mod castle.
Yeah,
that would be fantastic.
Yeah,
just
that'd be pretty funny.
It's just such a good idea in general that the fact that it is like a legitimate promotional part of Smash Brothers, this big crossover, is incredible. But yeah, it's a great trailer. It's got so many little Easter eggs for Castlevania fans. The music's great.
There's some weird, it's like some weird deep cuts, because like I was listening. I forget the specific podcast I was listening to, but apparently in Richter's part, there's like a weird callback to like a speed running technique where like he throws the holy water. He like throws the holy water and makes like a fire pillar, and then it like rains on him to like in like the Garden of Hope stage. So it's supposed to be like some callback to like a speed running technique where like you use the holy water flames to like lock one of the bosses in place, and then do like the rain typhoon move or whatever to like insta kill him or whatever. Like apparently like people were like pulling stuff like that out of the trailer. That's like, man, that's like dedication into like looking into like these weird
beyond dedication. It's insanity.
Yeah, it's beyond. Yeah,
it's like, absolutely insane.
Yeah, just like everything about this, like there's like so much insane Castlevania love in this. Like the Dracula castle like stage that just has literally every boss from basically the first game in it, like either in the background or like attacking you. 34 music tracks.
34 music tracks for one stage. They're like, our staff really likes the Castlevania music. Yeah. It's honestly a little unhealthy.
Yeah, well, they have problems, but like, hey man, 34 tracks, have at it.
There's so many good tracks in Castlevania history too.
Yeah.
Like,
and we'll listen to one a little bit later from the website. But yeah, dude, it's, and that like we should mention that like, so the Smash Direct was announced for like last Wednesday from when we're recording this. The night before the track name for like the Castlevania track went up by accident on Nintendo's YouTube channel. So that's how this stuff did leak a little bit beforehand. Yeah. But even still.
Yeah, it's like that's the crazy thing of like once people saw it, it was just like, oh, we got Simon, that's cool, I guess. And
that's honestly who I thought was going to be this one. So
and it's like, well, I think that just made people assume it was just going to be Simon revealed and like nothing else. And then we got like all of this other stuff that we'll get into. But first, I wanted to point out something here, and it'll probably come up again multiple times throughout talking about this direct. What was up with that Dracula scene? I don't know if you guys saw people talking about this. Where like Dracula's a boss on one of the bosses that shows up on the Castlevania stage, I guess, but like it's not like the footage they are showing it's not the same Castlevania stage. That just looks like it's like the standard stage you would pick from the characters or the stage split screen. Like it's longer. It's like longer. There isn't like little platforms on the side that you can kind of jump up on, or the stairwell. It's just like a big flat thing, and like the Dracula's chairs in the background, which it's not in the background of the standard stage. So people are thinking that's from a separate thing. There's a mystery mode that was kind of teased later in the direct. We'll get to that, but I just want to bring that up now because it was in this section. There's a lot of weird little teases.
They
Really more stuff.
I think it'll be part of like the story-ish mode.
Yeah. They also implied that Dracula would only show up during special circumstances, which I don't know which one of the videos that I watched theorizing this. It must have been I watched like 700 because all I could think about was
same.
this
That's what I was trying to like.
It's like I was just trying to get
sources.
this out of me. I was like, I need to watch people talk about this.
Yeah.
But
Same.
someone was theorizing that possibly like Dracula would only show up on a date, like a specific day, possibly a day of the month, maybe like the day of the full moon. Yeah, so it's like it's tied to like the time and date in the Switch, which I think is actually really cool. So I would bet that maybe the stage loads in differently if Dracula is there. They also showed I don't know if anyone on the internet has figured this out. I imagine somebody's figured it out, but they also showed the question mark boss that can appear.
Yes,
Kid Dracula.
Yeah, so that's Kid Dracula. So that's a it's another weird deep ass Sakurai cut. There's a Game Boy spin-off Castlevania Game Boy like spin-off game where you played as like this little like chibi kid version of like a Dracula, and like people figure that out because like that little silhouette is literally like an exact perfect cutout of like the character's art.
That's
like
awesome.
if you look up Kid Dracula's like like an art of him, it's like that exact same thing. So that like I guess he'll like people were saying they weren't 100% sure if that means he's gonna like show up on the stage or that's just like a weird like when lightning flashes you might just see that shadow on the thing as like a weird callback on the stage.
Could be another assist trophy.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, speaking of assist trophies, they also showed Alucard from Symphony of the Night as an assist trophy. Trophy. That's pretty cool.
That is really cool. I love Alucard. He's like, because Symphony of the Night's the only Castlevania game I really have a relationship with.
Right.
He's really cool. Son of Dracula, obviously, very cool. If you've watched the Dracula Netflix series,
I did watch that. I did actually watch that this past weekend. It's very good.
It's very good. I'm
very
very
cool.
excited for season 2.
Super gruesome.
Oh yeah, brutal. You want to see some
not-
intestines? They got you covered.
Oh, yeah, I was not expecting that. Like the first, like the open episode, you're just like, holy crap! Like people are just being eviscerated,
Yeah, it's really
like
it's real
within
good.
seconds of each other. You're just like, whoa.
It smacks you right away and lets you know what to expect.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it's still very good.
Alucard's in that. He's very good in that.
Yeah, that was a hella cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Not to spoil it. I guess I spoiled it, but
yeah, but it's
very good.
been a year, all right? People would need to get their
That's-
shit
okay.
together and watch this show.
Sure. And then season 2's not that far off, right? It's like in October.
October
or something.
26th, I think, somewhere around
So
there.
yeah, so like even then it'll be irrelevant, like within the next few months.
Yeah, so
just go watch it. It's like 4 episodes or something like that.
yeah, Alucard looks cool. He's got his like backdash where he does like the different phasing.
Yes,
which
that
looks
was really
Such
good.
a cool effect.
Yeah, he turns into like he like turns into like mist and stuff to like dodge attacks or something too. Like he has like everything.
Yeah,
It's really
it's
really
everything
cool.
but being an actual fighter, which still breaks my heart.
Got
like,
him.
I love that they were like, what if we just put 2 Castlevania characters in there? I love that. I think that's great. I do wish the second one was like Alucard. I know he's like a completely different character. They would have had to make another character, but
Yeah, I feel like they did that just because it was an easy thing to just get Richter over there, and like ultimately you're still getting a lot of the cats or like Symphony of the Night like representation in him because he has like a lot of like the callback voice lines and all that stuff and in there, and that was really cool. It's really cool that they have like just so much of it. Like it's like it was just like crazy to see the amount of
so much Castlevania.
I hope that if you're playing as Richter during the Dracula fight, I hope they like redo the
The beginning of Symphony
the
of
intro.
Night.
What is a man? Such a miserable pile of secrets.
With the bad
know?
voice acting and all. Like
Yeah.
I wanted to
that
be
would be
It
horrible.
would have to be.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
This like I mean, we all knew in our hearts that Sakurai had like a journal that he was keeping of like when Konami lets me put Castlevania in Smash Brothers, this is all the stuff.
This is what we're doing.
But he's clearly had this journal for years. Like he's had so many ideas.
Him and his music team were just sitting there, just like rubbing their hands together, like please.
Yeah, like his
Castlevania, because you're not doing anything with it.
his sound producer is like, I put together this unauthorized remix. So just like once they give us the permission, I'm gonna throw it in the game.
I don't know. We just remixed like 20 tracks of Castlevania. I don't know. We just have them.
We just have them, just in case.
Please.
Just saying.
In between like the 30-minute periods of time Sakurai actually sleeps, I can just picture him like laying in bed with his journal. Dear journal, I thought of a good Castlevania character today, and then broke down all of like Simon Richter's move sets and things like that.
Yeah. We should also talk. Simon just looks so good.
He's perfect.
He's perfect.
Like they nailed his like.
That
they nailed
walk.
his like the walk, like the beefy walk.
Yeah.
Like they nailed his jump where it's like perfectly where like his like legs like crouch up into the air and he has like the exact same. It's like his jump and his crouch are like the exact same.
The walking animation every
Great.
time I see it is just like, fuck, this is so good. Like this is exactly what this character should be. And just like they were talking about, like he has the biggest range of any melee character because of the whip. And like he's more vulnerable when he's using the whip attacks, but like he has such good range. They just did a great cut together shot of him like hitting 3 different enemies in one like sweep, which was also how they like subtly revealed the Hyrule Castle from N64 Smash was going to be in it, which I was like, okay, all right.
Well, yeah, we're here. It's here.
But yeah, he looks good. The whip looks good. His like golden hair. He's a beefy boy and I love it.
Yeah.
Richter also I think looks good. Like they really nailed how he looked in the in Rondo of Blood. Like a lot of his poses, I saw a side-by-side comparison was ripped like straight from the Rondo of Blood like animated cutscenes and everything. I think he really looks good.
Yeah.
I love his outfit.
Agreed.
I've always been more of a fan of kind of that Myrmidon style. Like
his outfit
his outfit has always looked cool.
Yeah.
It's like just they were like, hey, let's put a Castlevania character in there. Okay, what if we just did 2 guys?
Yeah.
I don't want to just
we
do
can just
one.
make these. We can make 2 Belmonts.
Yeah.
We have whips. We can do it.
Yeah,
But
everything
so
about this was great.
yes. So that was crazy. So you're just like, wow, 2 characters.
That could have been the whole direct, honestly.
Yeah, that's honestly like before this happened, like that's as much as I was expecting. Like I was thinking we'd get like 2 characters at most, and then like that would be it. And then like a direct that was more like this, where it's like here's a bunch of stuff was gonna be like right before launch. Like to get this like in August, like and there's still more stuff to come. Is like that's blowing my mind because they literally go right off from showing those 2 characters, and Sakurai just comes back on and he goes, "Excuse me, we have 2 new Echo Fighters from 2 completely different series." And you're just like, what? Hold up.
All right,
What you talking
Sakurai,
about,
Please,
Sakurai?
I
hold
need
up.
you to chill. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, and I cannot take
Yeah,
this much
exactly.
excitement right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is too much. I'm like, full disclosure, I was at work when this was happening, so I was literally like in a meeting, like watching this like muted video version of it, so, and like tabbing in and out whenever like stuff was going on. Like I kind of saw it in and out, so I had to like watch it a little bit later. But the first one we get is it screen fades up. You're on the Castle Siege stage from Brawl, and you're like, okay, here we go. Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem lads here. Which one is it? And then Chrom drops in. And you're just like, I was just like, okay, sure. Like he was, like at like, if you kept up with it, like the ultimately the game. They said the design doc for this game was kind of finalized by like 2015. So like around that time, that like makes complete sense with like a lot of these characters we got. So seeing Chrom, who like apparently like it was confusing when you're watching, you're just like, who the heck is he an echo of? Who like he's doing Mars moves, but he also has Ike's up B, like he has all these like different moves. Like what the heck's going on? So like on the Smash website, you can see he's technically considered Echo Fighter of Roy. So like, and I see some of it because I think he has like the same dash attack as Roy. I think
He's got the same side B too.
he's got
Yeah.
the same side B. Like I guess like it seems like the only one thing we've seen so far is he has a similar up B to Ike, where he
Yes.
leaps up in the air and like spins and like slams back down. I don't think he does the Ike's like Ike like throws his sword up first
Yeah.
and then like leaps to it. I don't think he does that. I think he just leaps up immediately. Leaps up immediately and then does the it's like slam back down. So, I mean, honestly, it was that thing where we've gotten so many characters in this game. I know a lot of people can get like upset about like, oh, there's another sword character, or there's another fire emblem character. Like, whatever, man.
Yeah.
I do agree with them though. Like, I know, I get like Chrom is important because like, oh, Awakening, it's saying Fire Emblem. I get that, but
Right.
they've been jerking off the post-Awakening Fire Emblem games for years now. It would have been nice
Sure.
to see characters not like
Yeah,
not
just
sword
not sword
wielding or
guys.
something.
Right.
Or even if they had done like Lyn, you could have still had
Lyn's
a
the other
sword
one.
character, but I mean, make her like she's a fast Myrmidon, like sword fighter. Make her kind of like a faster kind of Lyn. Plus, it would be another female character. I would have been
Right.
more excited had they had Lyn instead of Chrom.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm with you.
And I think I meant more so just like there's overabundance of Fire Emblem characters. I think people are upset about that, but I do agree. Like it would have nice to been to see like a different like Fire Emblem character, like represented as like another like a character with an axe or like a spear or like even like riding some crazy animal. Like I didn't mind the
They had a
Smash
mounted
4
Fire
ones.
Emblem character. I don't know if my heart could have taken that.
Yeah, right. That'd have been buck wild.
Yeah.
I think I would have been like I was ultimately okay with all of the Smash 4 ones because you got Robin, who's like a mage, and I've always wanted like a mage like character in Smash.
Yeah, exactly.
And
That's-
you got Corrin as DLC, which like he has a sword, but he's like his moves are so wildly different than
Yeah.
any other sword character
Turns
in the
into a
game.
dragon.
Like period. Yeah, he does like crazy like stab things where his like body parts are turned into spikes and stuff.
Mhm.
I thought he was cool.
Yeah.
And
So I went into that.
I like
Oh, go
that.
ahead.
I was just gonna say I like that those characters are male and female as well. But
Right.
I was gonna say like with how they teased out Chrom, basically like just totally blocked him from the last game.
Right.
It makes sense that he was the one, and him being an Echo fighter, I feel is them saying like, cool, like this is it for Fire Emblem characters. Like we just
Sure.
had the one more that we wanted to make good on.
Mhm.
So I'm glad that he made it in there.
Yeah.
I
I
have-
feel like. Sorry.
No. Do you guys personally? I felt like Chrom is one of the weakest looking, visually speaking, characters. Like at least in the trailer, he didn't seem super finished or something. Like he just looked kind of not as polished as like the Simon reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
things
I
like
kinda,
that.
Yeah, I kind of see what you're saying for
Yeah,
sure.
Like,
And like,
his muscles and like his face kind of looked off to me.
That first shot on the tattoo like looks very
Mm-hmm.
pixelated in a way that like close-up character shots for other characters don't look. Especially like
Yeah.
the next character we'll get to is like Dark Samus, where you look at her and like see like
Yeah,
the
that's-
veins on her shoulder.
it's like
Yeah.
the best looking like Smash character there's pretty much ever been. Almost. Like I was like immediate. I was like
she looks
impressed.
disgusting. I love it.
Yeah. So like yeah, let's just get into that. Like they just kind of showed Chrom. They showed his final Smash, which I think was also cool. And then it just kind of fades out and then goes. Then you just see you just hear like a
Hear that Metroid music.
you hear that Metroid remix, which the name of the song is escaping me, but it was really good. You just see a big black hole open, and then this Dark Samus just floats out of it, and you're just like, all right, Sakurai, let's fucking go.
I
Dark
love that
Samus.
villain representation.
Yeah, man. That was just a really good. That was just like, it was cool to see that they like not only is Dark Samus there, but they also like, yes, she's just, or I guess it's just an Echo fighter at the end of the day. But like they did change stuff about her, like her like floating and like looking all like weird and menacing when she like jumps around, and like her missiles are all like weird and like gooey looking, and she's just it was like I was watching that. I've like watched her, like she's one of the few characters besides the other two that I've watched a couple times and been like, man, Dark Samus, y'all, she looks cool.
She
it
does
looks
look
cool. Whatever it is,
Yeah.
it's just like a weird thing that took over Samus's suit. I guess it's just like an I don't know.
It's,
It's phase on.
I could tell you some Metroid Prime lore. Dark Samus.
Cause I think I actually heard something about somebody was talking about, because isn't it like actually Metroid Prime in that thing?
Yeah, the original
is
Metroid
actually-
Prime steals Samus's Phazon suit at the end of the first Metroid Prime and forms
Right.
Dark Samus. It's very cool. Very
That's,
cool villain too.
that's what I thought it was.
And
I
then-
love
I remember hearing about that, and I was like, oh right, okay, I forgot about that.
I
That's
love the
awesome.
look of her final smash, like the dark purple and like black
Yes.
giant death beam. Looks
Hmm.
and like her gun like tears apart and like
Mhm.
and then it
Yeah.
forms back together at the end. It's like fuck, that looks
Yeah,
so good.
and like her like charging up like B move looks like so cool too, 'cause she's just like holding her arm kind of to her side and just like not the regular Samus who's a little baby and like has to hold it up and like shakes. Like Dark Samus is just like, I don't give a fuck, just one hand and charge and blast it. Like
yeah.
Dark Samus looks really cool. And another cool little like Sakurai Easter eggy touch that people pointed out from like the reveal trailer is when you see Samus, like there's a scene where like Samus shoots a missile at Dark Samus and then like they dodge it and then Dark Samus shoots one back. If you look at Samus when she shoots a missile, her visor and like the lights on her like suit turn blue, like from the original Metroid. Like in the original Metroid, when you would like switch to a missile, like her like screen would like turn like blue and stuff when she had like missiles selected.
That's
So, like, people-
cool.
Pointed that out where like when she shoots a missile now, like all of her like lights light up blue really quick when she shoots it. So that
that is cool.
where I cut. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Kirby as Dark Suit Samus.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
show a shot of it at some point. It's super good.
Yeah, it's incredible. And just like thinking about that, of like now there's also like all of these Kirbys that are going to be even more Kirbys for all the Echo Fighters, like how they'll be slightly different.
And also, like, we'll get to it later.
I want
but, like,
I want Kirby to just have like a tattoo on the side of it for Chrom. It's just doesn't have the blue hair. It's like a weird Chrom tattoo like somewhere on the
I
side
want
of
to
his body.
see Simon Kirby with flowing golden locks
Oh,
of
okay,
hair
yeah, that's
beautiful
right.
hair. Yeah.
That's
and a
true.
tiara. That
Just
was
tiny,
majestic.
yes. It has like a big whip that just like flings out.
Yeah, I love also the fact that not only is there like a Kirby mock-up for every character, but there's also a Ditto mock-up for every character we'll get
Yes,
to later.
Mhm.
But,
yeah,
like,
we'll get to that.
it's
Oh
like,
man, that's
somebody
pretty
stop
crazy.
this man from making this game.
Yeah, please let him and his team rest because
Yeah.
they're just going crazy.
Mhm.
So then he shows all that stuff. Shows 3 characters within like what is it? I don't even think it's been like 10 minutes into this direct by this point when he showed us 4 entirely new characters in this direct.
Mhm.
And then he just goes like, we plan on. Then he says the most buck wild thing I think in this whole direct is we plan on showing all of the characters before launch. We have a few more to show, so please look forward to it. Like the word "few more" is just like, wait, what?
Let's get up
They're
to
like-
100, Sakurai. Let's do it. Come on, we
Yes,
can do
like-
this.
That's just like as soon as he said that, I was just like, man, everything's out the window with my expectations, and I know I shouldn't be like that because it's gonna lead to some probably ultimately disappointments.
I would
or
bet
something,
my
but-
bet is 3 more characters at least.
Maybe, and like like 3 more, maybe, and like who knows, like Echo Fighters,
Not
like,
including Echo Fighters, yeah. So I think there could be
like they had
tons
they
of
just had
Echo
3
Fighters
more.
left. So.
3 more in this direct alone. Like that's just crazy to me that there's still, because even outside of characters, there's like once we're talking about everything else in direct, there's still so much other stuff that they can talk about with this game. And it's crazy to me. It's already so jam packed.
Yeah.
Because the next thing they went into, were you gonna say something, Scott?
No, I was going to segue back into speaking of being jam packed.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
We start talking about numbers.
Yes.
Let's get the numbers game, guys.
Very
Sakurai loves showing off these big ass numbers, and also like with ridiculous graphs and like graphics and stuff. I love every second of all that. The first thing he goes into is stages coming to the game. And then I think he showed I think there was like a montage.
Yeah,
of
they
a bunch
did a
of stages
stage
first.
showcase.
Yeah, and it was just we got like a lot of confirmed returning stages. We saw I know we saw Isle Delfino from Sunshine. We saw Fountain of Dreams from Melee.
Yeah, people were begging for Fountain of Dreams for so long too.
Yeah, we saw the actual Final Destination, which looks so cool. I love all the weird, crazy, splintery tech looking stuff coming off the back of it. I just think that looks awesome.
Yep.
What else we got? We got everyone's favorite Golden Plains from the 3DS version. I don't know. They showed that off in screens, but they showed so much stuff.
New Donk City.
New
Donk City, which looks so cool. You can go up to each of all of the performers in the band. If you played Mario Odyssey, all the band members are in the stage, and you can jump up to them and grab it. They implied that you can go to them and grab them essentially, and then they would basically be bring in parts of the song as you're playing through the level. That's what I feel that little thing they showed for that stage implies. That's
Yes.
cool as heck.
Oh, we didn't even mention that they said you could stack the Echo Fighters on their character
Oh,
portrait.
right. Yeah, so on the character select screen, you can make it so if they're an echo of a character, you can stack them on the screen. So they showed Peach and Daisy either side by side on the screen, or Daisy up in the corner of Peach's screen, or and you can click on it to swap them, which to me that's a weird Sakurai thing, and it's cool,
It's very
but
courteous, he's very thoughtful.
yeah. But honestly, I want the big honkin'. I want
dude,
everything,
give me
on there.
Lay it out.
Give me everything. I just wanted people to open up the screen and be like, why?
Why did somebody do this?
Why is there so many? Because also they pointed out in the stage section that you're choosing stages before you pick characters now, which I feel that's more for the competitive scene, which that's fine. But there's 103 stages, which they revealed with the
stage screen
ridiculous
is absurd.
graph.
Yeah.
Yes. So first you're gonna see this 103 stage, which I think honestly we're gonna get into it more at the end of this.
So
We're-
you jump
there's
into
gonna
the
be more.
rules first, and then so you choose Smash, and it shows you the rule page. Then you choose stage, then you choose fighter, and then it's
Yes.
this is so much, guys.
Yes. The cool thing they did point out though is you can preset, you can save last use things for rules, or save actual presets if you just want specific things. You can immediately have those available. So that's amazing.
All the stock people out there
Incredible.
will finally be happy.
Yeah. Finally, give me only stocks. But yeah, I was just picturing this scene of having people over for Smash, and then they open up and just see the 103 stages. I think honestly there's going to be even more stages. They kind of imply that there's more. Well, we can get into that more again.
A lot of the just massive amount of stages.
Right.
All stages also have 2 extra modes, so there's technically over 300 stages.
Yeah.
Really wanna get into it.
Jesus.
I like that he's there's 100 stages if you take out Battlefield, Final Destination, and Big Battlefield, and no one plays on Big Battlefield anyway.
Hey.
Hey, don't be a hater.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, Battlefield's fine.
I do like. I like that there's a Battlefield version of every stage now, where there's just the Omega, the Final Destination version before. But yeah, they also talked about turning off stage hazards.
Yes.
So really, you can
Thank
play
you.
any stage. They also brought back. I think we were talking about it. Oh no, I was on another Smash Bros. Podcast. Show Me Your News. We talked about whether or not they were gonna. I know, traitor. We talked about whether or not they were gonna bring back Lilac Cruise, and they showed that one of the first stages they showed in this. A couple of highlights here. I'm a big fan of Bryn Star Depths. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
That's a cool one to bring back.
Kraid's in there. He looks good. He looks like a big boy.
He's grown up a bit.
Kraid's there.
All those extra
A
polygons.
lot of melee stages coming back, which I was really
and they're all
excited about.
and they just look incredible.
Yeah,
like
glow
the
up, man.
visuals, even I feel like no one will ever play on Rainbow Cruise just because it's Rainbow Cruise.
I love
just
Rainbow Cruise.
go look at the picture for that stage, and it's just beautiful. Like the
Oh,
background
Fountain
for it is just
Oh my
oh my
Found a
God.
Dream looks
Not
amazing.
Not to mention, it's not even just like the melee stages that got a huge visual upgrade. Even some of like the stages that were in Wii U, got visual upgrades and lighting upgrades. Like go specifically the one that stood out to me the most was go look at Bridge of Eldon.
Yeah, Bridge of Eldon was what I was gonna bring up.
Bridge of Eldon looks like, you go look at like the Brawl in the Wii U one, and like it's mainly like the background, like it's all like flat textures and looks terrible, but like you can go look at the new one and
they like shadow the Colossus,
lighting,
loaded up.
It's like amazing lighting. It's like there's like foliage and like rock formations everywhere. Like it looks so cool now.
But yeah,
I was so impressed. I was like, wow, how can you make like a literal like flat bridge stage look that fucking cool? Like,
yeah,
man, it's impressive.
Stages come back that we haven't seen since their original games. Like pretty much all the Smash 64 stages, Saffron City and Hyrule Castle are like huge. Like they have not been in a Smash Brothers game since Smash 64, and also obviously like those melee stages.
No, I'm gonna actually. Smash the Hyrule Castle from 64 was in Wii U.
Well, yeah, it was in Wii U. You were totally right. I just didn't play enough of that game.
Yeah,
Saffron City though, that was a cool one to see as well, and I like that's
back. They also brought back a weird one from that, which was the Mushroom Kingdom stage in that one, and like they gave that a visual update a little bit compared to like the other 64 stages, and that was cool to just be like, I don't know, here's like a bunch of piranha plants, all that stuff's back. Like I didn't expect to see that stage again, and that's cool. That's back.
I like how they specifically touched on how with the N64 stages, they're keeping it retro looking. They're not trying to update it like all the other more modern stages like Melee and stuff like that. They're keeping it very boxy and polygonal and very like old school looking. And like Saffron City looks fantastic. Hyrule Castle looks amazing. It's such a nostalgic trick.
Yeah.
So would you say, I guess we've already kind of talked about it, but like what are some of the stages, like when you first boot up this game, you have all 103, probably more stages. I think there's going to be more stages than 103, honestly.
I mean, we haven't even talked about DLC yet, guys. Like, there's
going
to be DLC for this game, and like I don't know what the hell they're going to put in this.
people on the internet will find a way to
I can think of stuff.
You're right, but but what are like some of these stages that like when you first boot up this game, you have 103 stages or whatever more stages, and like what are some of the first stages you'll be like, let's go there, I want to go there immediately, I want to see the stage for the first time again, or see how they visually updated, like what are some stages?
Gotta go to New Donk, man. I gotta hear the music.
Yeah.
Like the Odyssey music is like legendary.
Yes.
Let me pull up because they added the stages page to the website, which is just like humiliating to all other video games. It's just like Jesus, man. Oh my god.
Yeah. Dracula's Castle for me.
Dracula's Castle,
really want
to see how the bosses are.
Corneria looks incredible.
Yes, Corneria from Melee. So I want to see Pirate Ship from Brawl, because that also like it's like a little bit more. Oh god damn! I freeze again.
No, you're good.
Okay, sorry.
Corneria
well, broke the illusion. Anyway,
broke the illusion. Paper Mario, which was a 3DS stage before, a lot of great 3DS stages they pulled into this. Paper Mario looks amazing. I know we talked about Paper Mario last episode a lot.
Yes.
All the 3DS stages got that huge glow up, and all of them look amazing.
I didn't even know they were doing this Kirby's Dream Land like Game Boy stage.
What a great pick.
That was from the 3DS. That was from 3DS. Mm-hmm.
Oh, 3DS. Okay.
Yeah, that was from the 3DS version. It's a really cool stage.
Looks amazing.
Like
Great Bay looks fantastic.
Yes. Yes. That looks cool. What was
Midgar? I really want to go.
There's so many stages now, and like, like you said, like there's also now going to be Final Destination and Battlefield forms of these stages. So like now, just thinking of like, what is there going to be a Battlefield form of the Final Destination stage?
That's actually a good question.
They're just gonna put. I guess they're just gonna put the Battlefield platforms on the current Battlefield and then call it a day for that one.
Now he said that if you take out Big Battlefield, Final Destination, Battlefield, then all the other stages have like those other forms technically. So I would bet they don't have other forms. Those 3 levels.
For those ones.
Yeah. Like what if you did Final Destination of Battlefield? It's like, well, what's the point?
yeah, pretty much.
I'm addicted to looking at these stage screens now. Like four-sided looks beautiful.
Yes.
Jungle Japes, Donkey Kong Jungle Japes.
You can
Onett? Was Onett in the Wii U one?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, good.
But it has also gotten
it's got that glow up.
Yeah, it's gotten that glow up. It's more so like specifically with that one. It's like the lighting, like lighting on everything because it's like a new engine for Smash. It's like it just makes everything like brighten, like you said, glows up. It's a lot more brighter on a lot of those stages.
Yeah.
And it just looks fantastic.
The new ones first, but then definitely some of the big hits. Like I never actually played the Bayonetta stage because I didn't get that.
Bayonetta stage is cool
in the Wii U, so got to go back to Shadow Moses because that hasn't been there since Brawl. God damn it! It's so far, you guys.
Yeah.
December is so far.
Please help us. I'm also really curious. Like we touched on a little bit before, but like the stage hazard toggle is just so exciting to me. And like even as like not somebody who's like
that in the Wii U version.
They only had the like you can turn on Final Destination forms or maps. And that was it. They didn't have like any way, like, because that was the biggest problem with Wii U was like some of the coolest stages just had big bosses on them that you had to deal with, and there wasn't really any way around them. So it's just like, all right, well now we kind of have to play on the Final Destination form, and that can be kind of boring, especially because I'm not like necessarily like a hardcore competitive player, but like even just trying to play with 4 people, I still want to like not be like have all this like crazy stuff going on, and there's like we're not really fighting each other. We're just kind of like trying to not die from this boss and all this crazy stuff going on sometimes.
I like that stuff. Like, you know, it's a now and again thing.
Yes, exactly. Like it's fun for like the first few matches, and then after a while, it's like, all right, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Like it's like, so it was just really cool to see being like, hey, you can just completely turn off. Like they showed the biggest one, which was Wily Castle from Smash Wii U, and here comes the Yellow Devil. Spawns in, and then they just go wipe it off the screen. It's gone, and I was just immediately just like, yes, perfect.
Like the Xenoblade level where the big boss dude shows up, like just getting it out of the way.
That's smart, I just wonder how far it goes though. Like we don't 100% know like what does.
Yeah, like I assume Big Blue is still a moving stage, right? Like I assume Rainbow Cruise is still a moving stage. Like I assume it doesn't take like the actual stage part of it out of those levels.
Yeah.
But like just turns off the things that show up to try and hurt you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I'm curious to see what extent how that exactly works. Another thing they pointed out, which I'm talk about a little bit more later, because I think it also kind of leads into some speculation. They showed that now with music for a particular series, you can basically have, like, if you have Mario, it's not just you only have certain Mario songs on certain stages. Now you can just listen to any Mario song from the Mario series on any of the Mario stages. Any of the Zelda music, you can listen to any of the Zelda stages. Like that was really smart to do. Just to,
the
like,
music is series based as opposed to level based.
Yes, and it makes sense because it is now 800 plus tracks, which is this
900 if you include the non-like video game track, like the menu songs and stuff.
Yeah,
that's just mind-boggling to think.
28 hours.
Yeah, 28 hours of continuous music.
I'm gonna get my purse out and put my Switch in there.
Yeah,
put my earphones in and go.
To be
get
fair,
ready for my day.
I do love that you can play the music when the Switch is in sleep mode.
It is fun.
It's a good feature, especially because the Switch is portable. It's just like probably not going to use it that much. I do love you can make playlists. I like they had like a bedtime playlist in there.
That's a weird Sakurai thing, and also another weird Sakurai thing, which I don't know. Like curious what you guys think about it, but like, what did you think of that weird stage morphing?
I think it's great.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
I wish it was kind of had more than like 2. I wish you could like have a set of like three or four stages, and it would just like randomly flop between all three,
Yeah.
or maybe set how often it. Did they show how?
You can set an
how
interval for how
often?
often it does it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can set it to random, or like you can set it to like timed intervals.
Every 7 seconds, new stage, new stage.
Yeah, just impossibly.
That's
Like,
like, but like, you know, imagine switching from like Big Blue or Rainbow Cruise to like a non-moving stage and going back and forth of like, it keeps it
Yeah.
like keeps you on your toes,
Yeah.
keeps it switched up, and that way like
Right,
not-
right.
you're not always in a moving hazard. I think that's cool for people that don't love those stages but like enjoy them enough to
Mhm.
want to play them. So
It'll
Yeah.
make the like party, like playing with friends, just like at a party sense or something, a lot more fun. I think that's what it'll be a lot of fun for.
and it's a good compromise move. Like, I really want to play this stage while I really want to play this one. Let's just play both. Let's do it.
Yeah. hmm Yeah. Like, yeah, I think there's like, to me, it's one of those things where it seems like it'd be fun for like just to occasionally do, but I don't think I would just want to play regularly like that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it would just be like, let's just do this, like a couple of matches like this, pick two dumb stages to see how terrible it could go. To go from like one really big, go to like from like Hyrule Temple, biggest stage in Smash, to like one like Battlefield or some really small stage, and just see is like if it, how that works, and like how everybody is like probably way off the screen, and then it's gonna like shrink down
that'd be
somehow
really
or
cool.
something. Like, I'm curious how that'll do it. I think that could be fun, but ultimately, compared to a lot of the other modes they talked about in the direct, which were surprising amount, like these ones were like some of the ones that I'm way more excited about.
Fair enough.
Specifically,
Real quick, if I can, just with the stages, because I wanted to bring it
oh
up.
sure,
All stages are selectable from the get-go, but also all stages usable in 8-player Smash.
right,
So
yes.
there's no separation line for 8-player Smash. Like, that was like, I think that really the only thing of like you can only use these 8 stages or whatever in 8-player Smash.
Yeah,
Like, you
there's
just,
only so many.
you just play with 8 people now. I like it's just fuck it, man. Do whatever.
Yeah,
I don't care.
the Switch can handle it. The Switch is strong enough. to get
Switch
8
can
players
carry
in.
you.
Another thing, which I don't know if they've talked about, but is there like wireless essentially like wireless connectivity between Switches to play this game yet? Like, I don't think they've.
I would
Did
assume
they get-
so.
Yeah,
I
feel
think
like
like everyone,
pretty
like
assumptive.
every game has that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that will more than likely be the case, but I'm just picturing like, you know, even just having 4 people each on their Switches, like in their hands, like playing a bunch of Smash, like sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So excited for that. But yeah, the stage morph stuff sounds cool. 8-player Smash on every stage sounds cool. But like those to me are like I said, like they're things I would only be like.
They're low on
I-
the ladder, but it's just like
They're low on the ladder, but like they're things I would do. Like, all right, let me play a couple matches, but I would like to get back to like just like the standard 4-player stuff, which I enjoy a lot more. But some of these other modes they're adding, I think, change up even that stuff with way more stuff that's exciting to me. Specifically, a final Smash meter.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
Super
like-
meters, man.
that was
Yes, that's so.
That's a big
exciting.
deal.
It's a big deal.
That's going to be huge for competitive play, because I know
Yeah,
that was a big issue. Like I watched afterwards Maximilian Dude, who's a big fighting game community streamer and commentator, and that was like a big takeaway for him was that so many fighting games have super bars. Like they have super moves that you can trigger after you fill a super bar, and the Smash Ball, like it's kind of it adds like a little fun game where everyone chases it, but it like can also kind of alt combat where everyone just like, okay, stop,
Yes.
chase the Smash Ball,
Yeah.
and or just turn it off completely, and then you miss out on the final smashes. By being able to just toggle on, it's like, okay, you have a super meter.
Yep.
Brilliant.
And it's like a less powerful version too. Like it comes with some
Yeah.
concessions to make things more competitive.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that. I'm still curious to see if the Smash competitive community will adopt it, because they're always very stingent about like new stuff. Specifically, because I've already seen people bring it up, where you see in that footage of them using Final Smash, even though they're powered down version of that, you see Marth use his Final Smash on a Lucas who has like very low damage, and it still one hit KOs him. So like there's still like caveats to that, but even so, like even not from like a competitive standpoint, that just sounds like it sounds so much fun, and it sounds so much better than just like having to chase around, like you said, having to chase around a Smash ball around a stage.
Yeah.
It keeps people like playing and fighting, and it's not just people like waiting around. Like there could be some things depending on how it's implemented where like it could make people like camp if you're like just like naturally charging it, or if you're like actually like you have to like fight, like get hit or do damage to charge it. So there's still some stuff that could that could be a bummer about that, but like regardless, it just looks so much fun. That's like one of the most exciting things to me.
Oh, I'm right there with you. Like for all the announcements, probably just below like the new character announcements, the fact like that Smash meter is like the highlight of the direct for me in terms of announcements.
Agreed.
It's like yes.
I think there was like a little bit of those for everyone too. Like
yes, there was just so much stuff.
Final Smash is your thing. Like we've got this really cool thing for you. If stages are your thing, we got this really cool thing for you. If classic mode's your thing, like we're gonna talk about it here. Like
yes,
depending on like where everyone's taste was, like there was something here for everyone.
Totally. And there's still more. There's still more.
I know, dude. I can't. Like, there's probably gonna be at least one more Smash Brothers Direct.
Yes.
I would bet before launch.
I think we'll get something with the Nintendo online service. I think we'll get some sort of direct or something regarding online.
Because they didn't talk about online here at all. They showed that it's there. They just didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
But to be fair, like that's a thing that we don't really need to hear about until it's closer to launch. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the other mode that was really cool to me, just 'cause I'm curious how it works though, was Squad Strike.
Squad Strike looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool. There was an unfortunate thing in the Wii U version where there was Smash Tour, which was terrible. But the end battle with that
was only on 3DS,
Smash
right?
Tour. No, Smash Tour was Wii U.
Okay.
Smash Run was 3DS. Smash Tour was basically like a really terrible knockoff Mario Party thing, kind of.
Yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about Smash
But the thing was, excuse me, there's the battle at the end of that was like a really cool mode where like you basically like your stocks were different characters that you collected within that mode, and this sound, they didn't show it in gameplay, but this sounds like it's basically just that mode with 3v3 or 5v5 where you basically pick 5 characters and then each character is essentially like a stock that you go through a battle, and I just think that's cool. I want to see like tournaments of like just that. Like I don't think that'll become like the main Smash tournaments by any means in Ultimate, but I would watch like a Squad Strike tournament where like each player gets like 3 characters and they just go through all the characters. I think that just sounds so cool to me.
It's really cool, yeah. I like it's kind of like Marvel. It's like Marvel versus Capcom-esque as well.
Totally, and it totally makes sense for this Smash game because now there's 70 plus characters.
Yeah.
There's just so many characters. Like it makes sense to like have this mode where like you can play a bunch of them all at once, more or less. And then they announced a tournament mode, which is also that's like kind of exciting to me.
It's got the most intimidating picture of Mario ever.
Yes, Mario is ready to fight.
He's ready to kill. His brother's dead, dude. Like
his brother's dead.
Well, Mario's dead too. Remember, he got stabbed.
They're fighting out of the spirit realm, guys.
Yeah, it's true. They're man, that Mario is just Death Stare 2.0, like
so
it's crazy.
It's coming back from Mario Kart. He was like, Luigi's got one, I got you back.
Yeah. But yeah, they showed the tournament mode. It seems pretty similar to what was in the Wii U one, where it's like 32 players, and just you can like set computer characters and all that stuff. Like that was like my favorite thing to do in Melee, but I like Melee more because it was more characters. You could do like 64 characters, and you can also do like 2v2s and 3v3 versions of those, which if I remembered correctly, I don't think you could do that in Smash Wii U's tournament mode. Like it was basically like if you want to do 2v2s, you can only go to so high, but if you want to do 4v4s, it was like camp, so you couldn't do it anyway, which is kind of a bummer. Which this looks similar to that, so it's cool that it's there, but I don't think it'll really get used.
We'll see.
And then-
Like it's
if the online's solid and you can do online tournaments, I think that'll be
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine Mario
definitely-
Tennis is then kind of paving the way for online tournaments in Smash, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. If there's definitely online Smash, if there's online Smash tournaments and like that kind of stuff, you'll definitely might see some more Smash related content from irrationalpassions.com.
Some
We'll just
streams
say that.
going on happening.
Yep. And like you said, you touched on it a little bit. Classic mode is back, and it's more like it's not like the Wii U and 3DS one. It's more like the traditional ones from Melee and 64. And I think Brawl had the same one too. Besides Subspace, had like a classic mode where they're more themed classic modes. So I don't know if you saw those specifics, but there's each character has like basically their own classic mode.
Yeah.
Like they all have like their own themes. Like they showed like Roy's and like a picture, and I think it was called like they're like named too. Like if Roy's was called like the Trial of Swords or something like that. You can see it on like the little graphic where he's like fighting all of the other sword wielding Fire Emblem characters. And I think Donkey Kong's was called like traveling to New Donk City or something. So like people were implying that he's like traveling through like city-based stages to eventually get to like New Donk City to fight somebody, I guess, and then you take on whatever the new, I guess you take on Master Hand again, I'm assuming, and some new final boss, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
It's really cool. I know in Melee, like it was like random classic mode was just different every time you did it. It's cool. I'm curious to see how the execution of it. But like it seems
because it could be
very well.
It could be a lot because like it's gonna do classic mode 70 times with different characters.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing
know.
that we haven't talked about in this game at all, which is All-Star mode, which sounds like my waking nightmare.
Oh god,
where
yeah.
it's like, all right, now fight all the characters in the game. It's like all of them.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that now too. Like,
But they'll be super like squishy, just like the polygon. What are the crazy names like?
yeah, fighting polygons.
the
Now,
fighting
now that,
polygons.
well, I think now they're like the fighting knees or whatever. I don't know if they'll do that again. I hope they bring back the polygons. That was fun.
Polygons is it's Smash tradition, so I'm gonna assume they're gonna bring everything from Smash tradition back.
Yeah, agreed. And then a little bit, I think it was closer towards the end, but we'll just slot this in here. They showed the main menu for the game.
Here we go.
And
Let's
they
get into it,
showed-
guys.
They showed one. It looks like way better because the Wii U menu. I like a lot of people like hate it. Like I didn't think it was terrible, but then again, I didn't play that much. I didn't play that much of the Wii U one, honestly. They have the big red Smash. They even showed it like when you click on it, it goes in. It shows all the different like. You know, it has special Smash, regular Smash is tourney, and I think Squad Strike is one of them.
Oh, they're bringing stamina mode back. Shout out to stamina mode.
Right.
Yeah,
Sorry, stamina mode is here, and they're making it like a main mode. So you can also that means like when that also means you can like do it like as like a stock match. So you can do it like stamina with like stocks or
I think
stamina
that's
with
awesome.
time and stuff.
I like
So, like,
stamina
that
mode
could-
so much in Melee.
Yeah,
it just
that could be
never
really
came
cool.
back.
Makes it like a have
I think
stamina and then final smash meters, and boom, you have like a traditional fight.
Yeah. No one can complain that Smash isn't a real fighting game.
Haters.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah, they showed that showed the main menu. It was the big Smash, the big red Smash button. They had the games and more, whatever the fuck that means. Blue menu.
I imagine that's like target practice and
Yeah, maybe that's
home
where
run
classic.
contest.
Yeah, classic mode. Because I think that's how it was in Wii U and 3DS as well.
There's the vaults.
Yeah, there's the vault, which I'm assuming is like
Trophy.
they haven't shown trophies. Think how many trophies are going to be in this game. Because if there's 800 songs, there's going to be like literally thousands of trophies. Like I'm assuming there's going to be over 1,000
probably
trophies. in this game.
easily.
And then yeah, so like that's crazy. And they had the big online button, which again they didn't really talk about it. They had like a little side menu with like your miscellaneous like settings, menus, all
Yeah,
that
like,
stuff.
That you
update.
can that you can toggle on and off just by pressing the ZR button. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah.
accessible. It seems like that's where like updates and patch notes
Yes.
will come through.
Yeah,
is cool.
so
It looks like
also
you could send email or messages to people too, because it had the little envelope
like,
icon
look,
with an
yeah.
exclamation point. Like
Yeah. Yeah, they've also pointed out, which, like, not many people notice too. In that menu, there's also another little blurred icon. Like, one of the icons is, I think it's like the second one down, is also blurred out. So like we don't know what that is either. And then clearly they're hiding it for some reason. And then in the bottom left corner, the big blurry green blotch that they're being like, and Sakurai goes, "You notice that's here? We're not talking about it at this time. We'll have more news on that later."
Y'all wanna, like, the internet went in on this in a way that I'm
They went like,
yes, and it's
so proud of.
yes, and it's like it's like it's one of those things where it's impressive in some ways, but like ultimately we really still have no idea.
Yeah.
Like at least like I'm still like I give credit where credit's due, that like those dudes like went hard on that, like decrypting it, and like apparently they found the word spirits and they even decrypted the little like graphic icon with it. Like that's where they're at with it, but like honestly that could have totally just been,
it could be fake, because I feel like
it could be whatever. Like they could have just like blurred out a green thing and like that could have just threw up some text. Like they could have just done anything like as like a placeholder. Like granted, like Sakurai is a crazy dude and he'll do what he does with a lot of his stuff, but like I'm still not 100% on the whole spirits idea, and like people being like, oh, all the characters are dying in trailers, so they're gonna make some mode around it. Like it's hard for me to be like, yep, I'm 100% in with you on that. But
I think that is like the story mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be some single player thing for
some
sure.
kind of campaign.
Like they showed besides Dracula in the Castlevania stage, in that weird kind of like he's kind of there on a boss stage. They revealed that in the next section, which will be items and like assist trophy, they revealed that Rathalos is an assist trophy and also a boss. And then they showed him.
They showed that stage that they haven't showed anywhere else.
Yes, and like so people are thinking these two are going to be some kind of bosses and some
I didn't
kind
really
of mode.
think about that, like, because I was like, oh, there's a Monster Hunter stage, but they haven't shown that stage, just flat ass stage.
So yeah, like people are thinking that might be a legitimate stage to play on, but I think it might just also be.
I think it could be part of like the story mode,
like some kind of single player thing. But I think it could be some other stuff. I think honestly, there could just be some kind of weird boss rush mode.
It's true.
There's
some boss rush and Brawl too.
Yeah, like more or less like the majority of like the best parts of like the original Subspace was just like bosses, like the cutscenes and like the boss battles. So like they can actually just kind of truncate it into a bunch of bosses, like popular bosses, and like incorporating big monsters and characters from the games. And another thing I noticed too is the dark green color that it is also matches the dark, like all of the icons on the main menu match all the same colors as the Wii U menus and the 3DS menus colors. So in the 3DS version, Smash Run is that same dark green color that's the blurred out stages. So I think it also could be some kind of Smash Run 2.0, because like I actually really like the 3DS Smash Run mode. It was just because of my deep love for Kirby's Air Ride, the game that mode takes inspiration from.
Yeah.
So I think it could be some kind of blown out version of that also, because in some of the final events in the original Kirby Air Ride was that you fought bosses. Like there was like a battle where you fought King DDD on a motorcycle, and like you fought Dynablade and all that stuff. It's like that could totally be one of those things where you all fight, like maybe you have like a match with each other. You battle out, whoever wins that like goes on to like fight this boss or something for like, and you get like maybe like unlock a character from that or get some extra rewards or something like that.
Yeah, it's safe to say it's probably some kind of single player thing. I know.
Yeah,
listen,
for sure.
I know Sakurai is still hurt about the internet leaking Subspace Adversary online. Like I understand he's hurt. But this wouldn't be the ultimate Smash Brothers if he didn't put some kind of single player.
He was just really upset that everyone saw Lucario and Snake hanging out together before we all got to experience it.
Can you blame him though? To be real,
like true. We all he got super mad when everyone. That's how everyone found out about Rob was in the game when they had the crazy reveal of Rob being this weird cloaked character the whole time or something like that. It was Subspace is weird.
Subspace is great though. I love Subspace.
It is.
Those videos, like the cutscenes in that, were epic. Like,
Yes.
they were really, really.
Yeah.
Kirby blasting through that giant spaceship at the end, so dumb. I thought it
Yep.
was so cool. It was like, hey, you know, it didn't have to be like a good story, but like it was fun that all these characters were working together and like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was just such a fun idea, and I think it worked well, and it was fun for what it was. Like obviously, because I did the thing where I played through it on like super hard mode, and like it's not super fun at that point, but like
Nope.
it's kind of like a Kirby game in a weird way, but with Smash Brothers characters and mechanics, their secrets, their levels to explore. I thought that was cool. At the very least, if there isn't some kind of like adventure mode, kind of like there was in Melee, like I think if there's nothing like that in this game, it would be kind of a disappointment. So,
Yeah.
you know,
for sure.
they're going the extra mile. They're gonna put some kind of thing that you can play through, some kind of campaign you can play through, and I think
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, and a lot of people are online are speculating that as well because he did say in the E3 Direct there's going to be some easier way to unlock all the
Streamlined way
characters.
to unlock all the characters. Yeah.
Yeah, so like a lot of people are thinking this is going to be some kind of single player thing that lets you do that more quickly. Same way that how Subspace was in Brawl, because Brawl like basically you just play through it once and you have pretty much all the characters.
And like honestly, that is like a huge relief for me, because I feel like it would be a bummer if like the ultimate, the big, full, final, greatest Smash Brothers ever doesn't have a single player mode in it. I think that's kind of a
for
bummer.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. we just still don't know what form it takes yet, obviously, because the very tease and the internet went wild. I'm still skeptical on the old spirits thing personally.
The spirits thing like is very much like somebody like panned through it multiple times to found the word spirits, and like somebody
it's totally
the symbol. Yeah.
It's 100% that thing of like you see what you want to see kind of thing. For sure.
What I was gonna say is,
regardless,
I feel like when the Brawl menus were shown, and like he did the same thing with those, like there were things like in the fake blurred out menus, it didn't even look like that in the final release.
Right.
I feel like he just
Yeah.
put up a fake thing for that and blurred that out. So it is very possible that it could be a totally different looking thing too. So
yes, for sure.
I just need a fast way to unlock all the characters, because I've already set aside and made like an event where I'm having all my friends over that night to play Smash Brothers that Friday. So I just need like
starting with 12 characters, you got a lot of work to do.
For sure.
I'll have like 15 hours to get all the characters.
I'm taking, you know
People
what?
come over.
Fuck it, guys. I'm taking a day off work. We're doing this. We're sitting down.
I probably was too.
It's gonna be the three of us texting back and forth, saying like, "I just got this guy. This is how you get him."
Yeah.
It's gonna be like old school again. And it's gonna be great.
Slide into each other's DMs. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Well, Discord, dudes.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
yeah.
Discord it.
Discord
We're
and
just
voice
gonna be.
chat.
We're probably gonna be streaming some of it too. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd be down to that.
Smash Ultimate fans will have a lot to look forward to.
Yes,
Podcast
from
Ultimate
us.
fans, I should say.
Yes, for sure.
I think we should do a podcast ultimate tournament.
That could be fun.
So saying like in general, I was
Launch.
thinking
Launch weekend
That's a good-
tournament.
not to get some kind of. I would definitely wanted to do maybe even ongoing community tournaments, depending on how stuff goes. So we'll see. We'll keep updated and look
Keep
into
you all
that more.
posted. But
When
honestly, there's still
we get
stuff
there.
we got to talk
Yes.
about.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I
Yes.
haven't done yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's. So let's go over the items. We can kind of
Breeze through this. This is the lighter
the
stuff.
items a little quick, just because like there's a couple cool ones I wanted to point out. Like I thought the staff where you you shoot people kind of close to you, it does little damage, but if you do like shoot a person from a long distance, it like almost like KOs them and it shows them in there. I thought that was really cool
Super
and
cool
fun.
idea. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially for like bigger stages, like
Yes.
to snipe people from across the stage is gonna be fun.
Yeah, like trying to shoot somebody across the like big Kirby stage or something like that. It would be
Or
fun.
the what's the like the revenge gun or whatever called that does more damage to the higher-
Rage Blaster.
Yeah.
Rage Blaster. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool
I like how they
ideas too. Just
Yeah,
like,
I
cool
liked how they showed that one too, where like the Splatoon kid shoots the gun and then just like
Tosses
walks
it
away
over his
sad
shoulder.
and throws it, like so perfect. The other one was like the crazy, just all of the memes that came out of seeing little Ness from Earthbound with a big, huge like demon scythe in his hand, murdering people. That's all of the good memes come from that.
The banana gun.
Yeah,
Donkey
and the
Kong's
banana
face
gun.
afterwards was so dumb.
Yep, it was very fun.
But yeah, they showed off Pokemon and assist trophies as well. The Alolan Pokemon are cool. That Alolan Executor hype.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh, that
Vulpix.
was so good.
Yeah,
Alolan
Vulpix.
Executor.
I like that there's
So
like regular
amazing.
versions and Alolan versions for some of the Pokemon too, like Vulpix, Marshadow, stuff like that, Mimikyu,
Seeing some new Pokemon.
new Pokemon stuff, like the new legendaries and stuff. And obviously there's like the Master Ball and the regular Pokeball, so
They're still there.
they'll still be legendaries. All Master Ball all day, man. Give it to me.
There's some Buck Wild legendaries in there now.
Like Ditto, like I mentioned it earlier, but like the fact that Ditto shows up and then copies one of the characters on the stage, and then it's just one of those characters running around attacking.
Yeah. I was gonna say like, there's like so many layers to that now. Cause like, does that mean you can like go up and beat up Ditto too?
Hell yeah,
now?
you can.
Like the assist trophies, like, because I don't think they've said you can do that for Pokemon. Like, I'm pretty sure you can't. Beat
I bet it
them
would
up.
just be Ditto.
Yeah, so maybe like Ditto, you can like punch and maybe that. If you like beat him up, maybe if like you punch him as a different character, he'll transform into that character. Or
That could
something.
be cool, yeah.
And just go crazy or something. Yeah, that'd be cool. And it didn't even stop there. With like, we'll go into some like the major assist trophies in this next segment, which we'll pour one out for some of our boys we lost. But the first, we'll talk about some of them in this next segment. Where we're gonna pour one out for some of our friends that we lost. But there were some other just incredible ones in there that just were totally unexpected, and that's like my favorite thing about assist trophies is you get those random out of nowhere ones, like Cap'n from Animal Crossing, where he just drives a bus across the stage. You just see Mario just horrified in the back of this bus who can't escape being driven off the stage to his death. Like you're just like, Jesus. This is so dark, but it's Cap'n and it's such a good time because it's Animal Crossing. I love it.
Yeah.
And then you got my favorite thing, which is like this is weird because it's like a somewhat nostalgic thing for me, is Nikki from Swap Note as like an assist trophy where she like will basically like pop up in the bottom corner of the screen, and then she'll just draw stuff on the stage, and like it shows her like in the direct specifically you see her draw Bullet Bill and it like launches into Pit and he flies off. But there's pictures on the site now where you see like she like drew like a little like Godzilla looking monster, and he's like breathing fire and like walking across the stage, and it's just like, oh my god, I have like, as weird as it sounds, I have so many fond memories of like there's this one like weekend where me and my friends were like went to a show, and for some reason we just like all had our DSs like that. I don't know, that I feel like that never happens, but we did, and we just spent the whole time sending each other like horrible, awful drawings in Swap Note to each other, and just like Nikki would be like jumping in the corner, just when we said,
Are you sure you want to draw all of these dicks?
Yes. Yeah, and this is like good thing this doesn't go out on the internet because these are horribly inappropriate. We're drawing them and sending them to each other, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But that was just like such a cool like representation, because you can't actually like do that swap note stuff anymore on 3DS. That's been long gone. So it was cool to see that like now in Smash as a represented thing.
Mm-hmm.
But as we put you, did you guys have any more other ones?
I'm glad
you wanted
Gray
to
Fox
point
is
out?
back. I totally forgot he has
Yeah.
an assist trophy in Brawl, and it was like a thing.
Yes,
where
that's
like,
right.
oh fuck, Gray Fox is so cool. It's
Yeah,
such
I
a cool
think-
trophy.
Did he? I can't remember. Did he deflect projectiles in?
I'm pretty sure he did.
Because that was like the big thing I noticed. Like he can like deflect projectiles now, which I think makes him good. Makes him just whenever he's on stage like ridiculous.
It's so cool. And also the fact that you can
it's the best.
fight assist trophies now too. Is just...
Yeah, just KO and stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Now, I wish I had like the funeral march music for you for this segment. Like,
it's okay. I'll add it in with editing magic. But there were a couple other ones we omitted from talking about just now, and it's just trophies, and people are probably listening to be like, why are you not talking about these? Because they are all a part of this next segment, which we call Podcast Ultimate Presents Waluigi, my boy. Pour one out for your fam.
the official pour one out for your fam
The official-
segment.
The official pour your one. Waluigi's pouring them out. He's got a gang of characters now that are with him in the lowly, sad
In
world
the
of being
rebellion that's
deconfirmed.
coming.
In the rebellion that's coming. Please be excited for the Switch Switch 2.0, Smash Ultimate Deluxe, whatever game that comes in, because you probably won't see those characters.
Hyper Fighting Edition.
Yeah, till then, and then
Super
we got a lot of
Smash Brothers.
Even though we got a lot of awesome and amazing characters confirmed for this game now, we got 5 more characters in this direct. The next big one we'll talk about after this. But a lot of characters that people want to see got deconfirmed as assist trophies in this. So I have them listed here. The first one we see, actually, I'll just go in order when they came to the direct. They literally went into the assist trophy segment by showing Zero from Mega Man X just like pop onto the screen, and that's like one of those funny things where I watched a few like reactions, and like people just like
Losing
Zero like
their mind.
slides onto the screen, they're just like and the big assist trophy just slides in and then immediately just like slump
just
down.
horror, just hurt.
Yeah, just like destroyed.
And he looks
heartbroken,
so
shattered.
good. Is the thing,
And it's like that thing of like when I saw that, I was like, I felt bad for him, but now it's like, now you know how I feel. I saw the character lift up his trophy, and while Luigi just jumps out with his tennis racket again, you're just like, fuck, doing my boy like this again. Come on, man.
What were you gonna say, Scott?
No, yeah, it also voiced by Johnny Young Bosch again, just like the same Marvel.
Yeah.
Marvel, baby. So.
Yeah, he looks good, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's there.
He looks better.
At the end of the day,
he does in Marvel Infinite.
Yeah,
that's true. Like at the end of the day, I will preface. By the end of the day, I'm happy to see a lot of these characters represented at all, than not at all.
Like Alucard and things like that.
But I know I have the feeling. I just wanted to give this segment to the people out there that like wanted they have the character that they wanted so long, and then now they know they have to wait so much longer to be able to play as these again.
Mod community.
Yeah,
that's all
make
I'm
it
gonna
happen.
say. This game is going to be modded to oblivion so fast.
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
I can't. I'll just use them then.
Yeah, for sure. Another one that was also a character that I feel like, like with like I think more so like the Wii U 3DS one. I think maybe even in Brawl 2. I can't remember that far back about this character specifically, but like I feel like she was up there with like even like Ridley and Simon and some of these other characters that have been highly requested. And that was Ashley from WarioWare, and she kind of just she even got it like worse, where like she wasn't even one of the like ones specifically highlighted. She was just like at the end screen where you just see a bunch on the screen, and she's just kind of like there with Bomberman, just like doing her thing from that she did in like Wii U and 3DS. And I was just like, man, they did her like that. Dang.
They did her dirty like that.
Yeah, they did it like that. Like they're not even gonna highlight that. That's fair because they had some other ones. Another big one, which I feel like is also more recent for Wii U and 3DS, was Shovel Knight.
Yeah, this one hurt me. I was pretty confident that he might actually make it as a character, but he looks good, man. Like they did him right. Like
they did him right. Like, and you can't be mad at like. I bet like the Yacht Club guys knew about this for a while because they were probably just like sitting here waiting for this direct to see Shovel Knight finally pop in this game. They're just like, oh, like that's got to be incredible.
What a Cinderella story for Yacht Club! Just like for how great and well received Shovel Knight has been since
and everything they've done,
kickstarted, and everything they've done, in all the great press, and how Shovel Knight seems to be in every indie game ever now,
and the amiibo, and like Nintendo loves Shovel Knight also. Like they treat it like one of their franchises in a lot of ways. Like it is really cool that he is in this culmination game, and I'm sure they were just so excited to hear that he was going to be in it. So.
Yes, for sure. And I mean, also like I pointed out, I think this is recently came out. This is mainly a Smash podcast, but we'll talk. I can say that I think his Rivals of Ethers at the game. Right now, Shovel Knight is like a playable like third-party character added into that.
Oh, cool.
Smash like side game. I think that's the right one. He got announced recently for one of those ones. So like if you want to go check that game out, I guess if you really want to play Shovel Knight as like a Smash Bros style game. That much, but like you said, I think he like how they like updated him into 3D.
He just looks so really jolly. Cool. He looks so happy.
He looks so jolly, and then you see the giant moon from Majora's Mask come crashing
and kill everyone, but Shovel Knight,
which is also an amazing assist trophy. I love that assist trophy too. That's gonna be fun to see, just because like it seemed just perfect. I'm just waiting for that moment the first time it happens, where like somebody just grabs an assist trophy, they just pop it, and then like nothing happens,
It's
and
like,
all of a sudden you just see
The
shit,
moon.
like,
Coming in the background, yeah.
Yes.
So good. Looks
moons, you're just
horrifying
like,
too.
oh God. Yeah, but so those 3 characters, we have another one that I think you mentioned briefly, which I only saw it very briefly for this one specifically, but I think a lot of people are expecting a new, like every Smash game, they're expecting a new Pokemon rep. So everyone's throwing Pokemon everyone. I think one of the big ones was Mimikyu.
Yeah.
Like you said, he's a Pokeball. He or she or it's like a Pokeball Pokemon now, which actually looks cool as a Pokeball Pokemon. Like it's a weird big ghost hand like grabs him and like immediately murders him under like the fake Pikachu. So it's unfortunate, but again, I think it's better off that way. I couldn't have seen like a full moveset for that one. So yeah, those are
confirmed. Pour one
are
outs.
confirmed. Pour one outs for that. There's 2 other ones I have on here that I think are more probable, but they tie into the final moments of this direct.
We knew
Which-
there was
Real
going to be
quick.
one more thing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Real quick.
we knew like they're gonna open with Simon, but like by now like everyone knows like there's no way they're gonna not close out with another character reveal.
what's up,
That's
Scott?
just not.
Real quick, I gotta say, I really hope, I would love like a Smash remix of Steal Thy Shovel from Shovel Knight in one of the stages.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I hope they can work some Shovel Knight music in there because it's good stuff.
Yes,
Good stuff.
that
And
would,
I'm pretty sure Yacht Club is like, just take whatever you want, just put it
Yeah,
in Smash Brothers.
do it.
Here's our design doc. I don't care. Take everything.
You're Nintendo, we don't care.
Mhm.
Yeah. Man, what? Imagine
be
if you
so
made a
cool.
character and they got to be in Smash Brothers. Like, how
It's crazy.
honored would you be? So cool.
Yeah, the first like indie dev.
Yeah, it's
video
the
game
first indie
to make in
character
Smash.
in Smash Brothers. It's,
I think it's like one of the few and only. I think there's some other ones now, but like few like Western characters also to be in Smash now. too,
technically,
like
Diddy Kong and our next character are Western-made characters.
right. That's
so.
what I thought so too.
Mhm.
But yeah, like you said, there's no way they weren't ending on another character reveal, and boy howdy. this is
I don't
was
think
this-
anyone could have prepared you, Mike, for this fucking
I was
moment.
I was not prepared, and trust me, you don't know how upset I was that like when this was happening, I was like sitting in work and like I'd like tab in and out, so like I didn't get to see the full trailer. Like I basically saw like a bit and piece of like the initial thing where it shows like the villains and the characters squaring off, and then I tabbed out. I tabbed back in again, then I just see Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong like smack their hands like up against the window the first time to see what's going on with all the rumbling. And like I saw that and I knew, I was like, oh my
The
god.
music for this segment was too. It was so
Like
good.
I was like, they're doing this, they're adding fucking King K Rool this video game, and that was once I finally got out of the meeting and watched it full on, like we will rank all. I think we can wait to rank all the trailers for Smash Switch or Smash Ultimate till the end because there's more to come. But right now, this is the number 1 trailer. This
Yeah.
trailer for King K. Rool was just incredible. The music's incredible. Like it has like amazing comedic timing and like reactions. Just like the first time, like when you see the shadow of King K. Rool. And then DDD and it ends up being DDD, and he like throws off the disguise, and then it just goes to DK and Diddy Kong and just makes like a weird quacking noise, and there's like, wah, and it like quacks. It's just like, oh my god, I like lost
Like,
it.
this
It was,
game
like,
is so stupid. I'm
Dude,
so
it's
happy
perfect.
it exists.
and then,
Yeah.
and then it pans over to DDD, which now there's reaction images of like crying, laughing DDD all over the internet, and I love it. I have multiples of them saved on my phone now.
Yeah.
And like the also the weird meta thing that every a bunch of people pointed out already of Sakurai voices DDD. He does the voice of King DDD in Smash games. That's literally Sakurai as the voice of King DDD laughing at Smash Bros fans who have wanted King K. Rool in this game for so long, and then it just goes into King K. Rool just like coming behind him and just murking DDD, just launching him off the stage. And then you just get the King K. Rool comes aboard. DK and Diddy's horrifyingly eyes shoot out of the glass, and a horrifying, like if you actually think about it, like how horrifying and terribly painful that would be.
Yeah.
And then it just goes, like you said, it goes into that
gameplay.
Amazing Gangplank Galleon new track remix, which we can listen to like maybe a few minutes.
Yeah, that's up on
And
their
just-
website now. It's fucking
Yes, it's so amazing.
So good.
It's done by like I think they're called like Aces. They're like a band that does all of Xenoblade Chronicles music, like a bunch of Xenoblade Chronicles music. So it's just incredible. But yeah, then they go into the King K. Rool gameplay, and he's perfect. He's everything that like King K. Rool should be in Super Smash Bros. He has all of his different special moves are like his boss, all of his different moves from boss battles. Like he has the King Throw from the Crown Throw, from the first game. He has the Blunderbuss where he puts a pirate hat on real quick and like shoots it, and it can also suck people up.
The pirate
people
hat
have-
is so
Yeah.
good. It's
If people didn't notice that, he can
suck
people up.
the buckshot back in.
Yeah, and he can suck like characters up into it too.
Oh, cool.
Like there's a scene like where he like shoots it out, and like I think he like misses, but then he like I guess I'm assuming it's like his normal B move. You just hold it down and it starts like sucking it back towards him. But it can also suck up characters. Like, I think he like sucks up Kirby and then like shoots him back out into the cannonball that was like coming back at him. It's really cool.
Yeah.
His up special is like his little helicopter. I think it's from like Donkey Kong 3 or one of the Game Boy Donkey Kong games. Then he has, I guess it's one of I'm assuming it's like his forward smash attack. Is like he dons the boxing glove from Donkey Kong, like in Donkey Kong 64, and does like a big punch that like beats out Bowser's like freaking like Bowser has like the drop kick in the newer games. It shows him like basically like beating that out, and that's like one of the strongest moves in the game already. Like that's so cool that they're making him this new like beefy powerhouse character.
And he's got that
then it
big
goes-
gold belly deflect attack.
Yeah.
As well.
Yes, yeah, it's like a counter, a deflect, and then it goes.
The
into
final smash
probably-
I was not emotionally prepared for.
It's so perfect because it's not only a callback to DK64, it's like a continuation of like the final moments of DK64. Like when you get a game over in DK64, it just shows the laser charging up in place. Like you don't see it actually fire off. So it's like actually like a full-on continuation of seeing the laser blow up TK Island. You're just like, this is perfect. Like how they couldn't have not done his reveal, him in the game like better than they have, and I'm blown away.
There is so much death already in Smash Brothers Ultimate in these trailers.
People are literally really dying in real life.
Yeah, they're really dying for sure, for real. And King K. Rool, murderer extraordinaire, as we know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just the layered Donkey Kong Country references and Donkey Kong 64, like they're going all in on it.
Oh yeah.
For me, like K. Rool was a character I wanted in like Melee or Brawl, right? And when he didn't get into Brawl, I was like, okay, he'll just never be in Smash Brothers. Like
exactly. Yep. He was always that character.
It was like
that looked so far away, but it was never possible.
He was like
But
always
wanted
in the mock-up, like fan made rosters as well. Like he was always in the corner. It's like, oh, dang. And he's like actually in it now. It's just so part of me still doesn't actually believe this is real.
Right? Yeah, he's still like that was an entirely fan made trailer that Sakurai was just like, man, that was really cool. Let's just show it in our direct. He's not actually in, whatever.
Yeah.
Like that was just like it's exactly like he said, it was the same for me of like he was that character I wanted in like Melee and Brawl, and just like hoped in Dream Forks he'd be such a cool character and like another villain, because like the game, in my opinion, they've always kind of lacked villain characters, and he was just such a perfect fit for that. And once he didn't get into Brawl, I was just kind of like, all right, I'm accepting he will probably never be in this game. I get it, he's like a weird one-off, like he's not in the relevant Donkey Kong games, sure.
Yeah, like
and then just to see him here, like again, like and like just like the updated version of him too, of like he's like more animalistic, and he has like he's making like weird crocodile noises and stuff. And like his like dash attack is like he like actually like runs on all fours on the ground. So good.
It's so good.
I love it.
It's like
such good expression to him, and like primal aspect to him.
His taunt where he does like a scene where he like does his dash attack where he just like sumo belly like lunges out and smacks into a dude, launches them away, and then just does his taunt where he smacks his belly. I'm just like, yes. What else could you literally can't. I will literally never ask Sakurai for anything again. This is King K. Rool in this game.
Just a few more characters left to reveal, Mike.
Perfect. I know there's more.
I don't know what else they're gonna do at this point. And like the two reveals in this trailer were two of the best character reveals I think in Smash Brothers ever history, like across the board.
Yes, like all four of like the big CG character trailers they've had for Smash 4, I think have completely blown any of the Wii U ones out of the water. Like I went back earlier this week and like rewatched a lot of them, and yeah, like totally. There's a few still standout ones from Wii U. Like I still, even though Duck Hunt got leaked, I still love his character reveal trailer. It's like just because it's like so perfectly cut. Like as in like a person who edits video, it's like amazing to watch him and like set up these like very specific shots to like the two musical cues where it's just like, and it's like they're perfect. Like it's really well made, and I can't like that's still ranks high.
The Mega Man one for me is still pretty high.
Mega Man was really good.
Just because it was such a hype moment of like, fuck, Mega Man.
Mega Man's finally here.
Yeah, I just like with the Mega Man one, like the visuals and kind of camera work. Like I remember him throwing his arm cannon changing and him throwing the metal blade at Link, and Link like dodging it and like it rolling off the shield. And there was a lot of cool stuff in the Mega Man one.
Yeah.
But
they've clearly got
K. Rool looks great. I can't wait to hear the new codec calls for like the Belmonts.
Oh yes.
And K. Rool.
Yeah, all the Konami references that are going to be.
I just wanted to be like, well, at least Sakurai will put us in his games. I want some like weird Konami burn.
Yeah.
In this codec call, that's so good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, man. Video games are great, guys.
Yeah, we're here, man. So
that's again, we actually got through all of it. It only took us like 12 hours.
That was, yeah, I know. That was all of that direct. Like there was so much. Like again, I was not expecting the level of direct we got a week ago, and there's still like 4 months till this game is out or so. It's like it's like 4 months. Like that was incredible. What else? Do you guys have any final things you want to say on it, or we pretty much? I feel like we pretty much got everything.
It was perfect. Wait, what's this?
Yep. It is perfect.
Video games are good.
Yeah.
So jolly. I fucking love this game.
It just gets better as it goes. You're just like, man.
Yeah.
4 months from right now, we'll be playing it.
Dude, fucking listeners don't know this quite yet, but next month when we do our Smash Ultimate podcast Ultimate, we will have played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
We will have played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at PAX West. We're all going to PAX West.
We have it in our calendar, our official calendar for this for our.
We honestly don't know if it's even 100% going to be there. I feel very strongly that it's going to be there.
If it's not there, I feel like Nintendo fucked up.
Yeah, like it's literally been at every other I've literally consistently seen like every event that has come out.
If it was at Comic-Con, I'm not worried about it being at PAX.
Yeah, like it's been at like a bunch of UK events. It's been at, like I just saw like today they posted like, hey, we're gonna be at some expo in Canada. Like if they're bringing it to Canada, they gotta bring it to Seattle and PAX West. They're literally right down the street. They're right on the street. They're in Seattle. Nintendo of America's in Seattle. They're bringing it to PAX.
Yeah,
we're gonna play it.
We're curious what build is gonna be there. What characters will be in it.
I think it'll just be the E3 demo.
Probably.
Which I'm still totally fine with because there's still a lot of stuff to play. We're definitely going to try and figure out some way to get footage. It'll probably just be like off our phones or like a camera or something. So we'll definitely have stuff for that. So please look forward to that. We're all obviously very excited. We just talked about Smash for almost 2 hours now. Yeah. But there's still a couple more things I want to talk about. We played the Gangplank Galleon new track. That's incredible. Can't wait.
There's also the Bloody Roar or whatever,
Bloody Tears.
Yeah. From Castlevania. One question I have for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
What size of file do you think this game will come in at?
Oh gosh.
16 gigabytes.
Breath of the Wild was 13.4 gigs.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what because I want to say Smash Wii U when it originally came out. I want to say it was around that file size, but I'm just going off of weird vague memories of something.
Smash Wii U was 15.6 gigs.
Okay,
so I'm ballparking around there. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say maybe a little bit over that, maybe 16 or 17 at most. I don't think it'll be It'll be surprisingly small.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was,
because Nintendo has their insane file compression voodoo magic they have.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That may or may not involve sacrificing virgin animals. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was Bloody
no idea how they get-
Sponsored Dance for listeners at home. That was just playing it
Yeah,
since
I did.
Lord knows
I
we
didn't
don't have
hear
time to go through everything.
I didn't hear it at all, but
Okay.
it's fine. I can.
Listeners
again,
should- they'll probably
editing
hear it.
magic. Yeah. So there was just 2 quick things that I pointed out before we get into our character pitches.
Mhm.
There were 2 quick things that came out of the direct that I saw a lot of speculation about. Specifically, 2 characters that are now looking extremely likely as characters to be revealed.
Okay.
I don't want to get into one, specifically one has a really super tinfoily hat rumor going around, and I think I'll briefly touch on it, but I think there's a lot more other stuff. The first one, I think the big one, is Skull Kid from Majora's Mask. I think there's a lot of stuff shown in this direct, and since showing off Ultimate that are just making it more and more likely that he's in. And I point out some of them. I think just overall, there's been way more
Villains.
there's villains, obviously. There's way more just overall representation from Majora's Mask in this game. Termina Bay is back from Melee. Obviously Young Link is back. If you go to the Young Link trailer on Smash, on the Smash character page, there's a new remixed version of Termina Field from Majora's Mask, the PlayStation trailer. They haven't shown it off yet, but that's there. If you, a lot of people didn't. I saw some people pointing this out, but a lot of people noticed that when they show the music selection, where it can be one collection of music for a series on any of the stages. When they showed specifically Zelda music for that section. And if you look when it's 2 separate ones before it forms into the one big list, there's little dots underneath some of the tracks, and a lot of people are thinking those are specifically dots for placeholder tracks. And why would they mysteriously put these dots in here if they weren't trying to hide something? There's dots there, and there's 2 specific separate bars, but even when it combines, there's another 3 or 4 dots that just get added into this graphic. So people are thinking this is some kind of thing where they're clearly hinting at there's more music in this Zelda music to come. But why would they hide specifically what those tracks are unless they would maybe spoil or reveal some kind of character? And Skull Kid, I feel is the most likely Nintendo or new Zelda character to come, because he was highly requested, especially if we go off the game being kind of finished and designed up by 2015.
Yeah.
I feel around that time he was definitely a highly requested character for that. And again, there's way more Majora's Mask representation. The moon is literally an assist trophy now that comes crashing in. I just think we haven't seen him as an assist trophy specifically either. If we've not seen him in any footage, there's not been confirmation of him being an assist trophy.
Yeah, and
So
I
again-
guess especially with Young Link being far more like his Majora's Mask version, so
I don't see Skull Kid. I could see
yeah, I
as
don't see it either.
in terms of his moves, I can't see him being an echo fighter of Link, because
I think he'd be his own fighter. I think they can make moves for him.
I could see Ravio from Link Between Worlds being more likely than Skull Kid, because the Link Between Worlds Zelda that's her model of that.
It's one of those things too where Skull Kid was a assist trophy before, and the other fighter that you have in here was also an assist trophy before, and we haven't seen either yet. So
yeah, and we did have specifically Little Mac was an assist trophy in Brawl, and he was made a full-fledged character in the Wii U and 3DS versions. So that has happened before. So it's totally likely. And yeah, the other character that a lot of people have been pointing at as Shadow the Hedgehog, as Sonic's Echo Fighter. And again, we haven't seen him as an assist trophy, and we've seen a lot more villain representation from Ultimate. Pretty much almost all the newcomers, half of the newcomers right now, are villain characters, which have been some of the most requested characters to be in Smash. So it just seems like there's a lot more pointing at these two characters, I think specifically, and I think another one that just came to mind was either like a new Street Fighter rep in the form of an Echo, like Ken or Akuma.
Ken would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, just because like another thing they didn't point out is like if you go look through the direct, they show like the music menu, and you can see like certain series how many tracks they have, which like some people are taking those as like the final number of songs for some of these things, but I don't think they are, because like a lot of the series like if you added up all the numbers from the ones they showed, it does not add up to 800. It's like nowhere close.
Like Final Fantasy only had 2 tracks too.
Yeah, Final Fantasy only had 2 tracks. Specifically, Street Fighter had 36 tracks.
Jesus Christ.
So like it's like, why are they gonna have 36 tracks? Like hey, Street Fighter music is good. I totally agree with that, but it's like that seems just like way too much just for Ryu and one stage.
I could definitely
personally.
A Ken or Akuma.
Akuma would make sense now that I think about it for the villain
if
stuff.
they're doing the more
Yes.
villains-esque stuff.
Yeah. So I totally think they're more likely to.
Imagine a world where Akuma is in Smash Bros.
Yes, and he's in Tekken and Smash. He's making the rounds.
I'll say like, and Tim Geddes had the big speculation for this as well, so shout out to him. But like Echo Fighters from all the third parties would make so much sense. I think like people were speculating that obviously Ken or somebody like that from Street Fighter, Zack from Final Fantasy VII as an Echo for Cloud.
Sure.
One I saw that I thought was cool was Big Boss as an Echo for Snake.
I'd rather that just be a skin, but sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, Big Boss is different. It depends on, I guess, what version
right.
they would do. I could also see Liquid Snake being an Echo for Snake, too.
Yeah. That could be fun,
like
yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 1.
Man, getting Cam Clark back to voice Liquid. And imagine them on, like, the Shadow Moses stage interacting, like, via codec or something. That would be so cool.
It would be literally perfect.
Yeah. That would be...
But, I think seeing Echo Fighters and Shadow would be the one for Sonic, but seeing Echo Fighters for all of the third-party characters would be cool. Miss Pac-Man would make sense for Pac-Man, and...
yeah, sure.
I don't remember who they thought would make sense for Mega Man, but, like, obviously, like, Bass.
You could do Proto Man, Bass.
Yeah, Proto Man or Bass, like...
Pretty much. There's a lot to pull from there. But yeah, there's even at potential of maybe ruining our continuing segment. Our Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Home Run Contest pitch is here again.
Everyone's favorite segment.
Yeah.
Do we want to tally up the last month's?
We are. I'm pulling it right now. We are, as of the recording of this, we're stopping the voting now. We had a total of 246 votes.
Thank you, everyone, so
awesome.
much.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you
So
again for everyone who voted and commented on our stuff.
Like the support for this show just in general has been through the roof, and I'm super thankful to everyone that came out and watched it.
Seriously, it was awesome to see a lot of awesome feedback and a lot of people really excited to see the show.
Better than we could have possibly hoped. Like,
yes,
definitely.
it means a lot.
Yeah,
it means a lot, and there's still more in store for this show and Smash stuff in general. So, thank you, and feel free to keep following us wherever you can, and we'll be making stuff special. But yes, we have our final results for the round 1 of our contest pitch.
hit me with it.
For character picks. So I'm gonna do I'll reveal who came in last, and then I'll reveal the winner.
Okay.
We'll do it that way. So pour one out. Again, unfortunately, he's not an actual character, but we'll still pour one out for him in our pitch for Ring a Bell from Bravely Default with 29 votes.
It was a great pitch.
Yes,
Scott.
it was a great pitch.
It was far better than my pitch, and you should have won.
Honestly, yeah, I was about to say his pitch for specifically the idea of all the job switching was probably better than both of ours.
That's really good.
But yeah, Ring a Bell with 29 votes.
It was a risky one. I know that because Japanese RPG on the 3DS. I know it was Plus, his name's Ring a Bell, so I get it.
Who's
Mr.
this
Risky,
guy?
but that job
Yep.
switching mechanic, and he's just suave with that pompadour.
Points for bold. Yeah.
I had to go. I had to
Going
start
out there.
big.
Yeah, dude.
I had to start
True.
big.
Start big, start obscure. I loved it. But yes. So I'll move on to our winner, who pretty much, honestly, steamrolled more or less. Really, and I honestly don't even think it was.
I have no
gonna be a
idea who
dumb,
it is, honestly. so-
Dumb bullshit pitch with your Goku manga book. Paper Mario with 151 votes.
Yes.
Round one of our character pitch. Coming in second.
I feel like
with the
Paper Mario's got a
respectable-
shot too. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like Paper
true.
Mario stage got that glow up. He was one of those big.
I mean, all the stages did. So.
All right. Okay, calm down. But he also had a lot of fan support in that ballot they did.
Yeah.
And I think he'd be a really cool character. Obviously, I imagine Sakurai could make him a lot better than I could, but just in general, I think.
He's not gonna have Goku.
No,
Goku on a
Goku,
manga
guess
book.
Goku Final Smash, but
Then we had second place. My pitch, Slippy Toad from Star Fox with 66 votes. That's all right. But yeah, again,
you had a great pitch.
Paper
though.
Mar-
Yeah.
I talked about it
mine was
on Show Me Your News when I was on there. I thought your pitch was really cool.
Thank you. So that was a ton of fun. But
It's time
Now
for
it's
that
in the-
new shit.
now it's in the past. We have new characters to pitch right now. So I think our order last episode, I think Alex, you went first, and then it was Scott, then it was me. So we'll go in backwards order. So I'll go first,
Okay.
and then I guess that would still leave Scott in the middle. So let's put
Well, that works. I'll just go first next time. For
okay,
Pitch 3.
Yeah, that'll
Okay.
work.
cool. We'll do that. Sorry, let me pull up my notes.
Always bringing out the list.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
bringing out my list. I know. I knew which one I was going to pitch, but I wanted to have my notes. So, again, we talked about the weird thing with the music in Final Fantasy only having 2 tracks. I don't think that's going to be final, because I think there will be another Final Fantasy rep in this game from Final Fantasy specifically, not Square reps in general, specifically Final Fantasy. And I think my favorite thing about Smash is it's all about the legacy of Nintendo, and like not only that, well, now even more so, it's like the legacy around Nintendo and the games that like basically became the monster franchises they are because they started out on Nintendo. So I think they're gonna pull a Final Fantasy character like that for Smash Ultimate, or I hope they do. And I was trying to think of the best legacy character that was also like iconic in the way that like a Mega Man or like a Pac-Man and all of them are. And I think the best one, to me personally, is the original Black Mage character from Final Fantasy 1. I think he would be really cool because, again, we have Robin. He's kind of a mage character. I think he's cool in that he represents Fire Emblem magic and stuff. But I think there could be a better, specifically mage character. And I think exactly how... I think the Black Mage would fit that exactly. So I think he would work kind of similarly to Robin, but like vastly different in that his special attacks would all be magic related, and some of his neutral attacks would just be like kind of like maybe like throwing his staff around. He can kind of, he has magic, so he can kind of like kind of do like I was thinking like some of his moves could kind of be more like a Mewtwo, but like when Mewtwo gets an item and he kind of like hovers it in front of him and like attacks, he can kind of do some like stuff with the staff for some of his neutral kind of mash attacks and stuff like that. But I think for his specials, each of them would basically be a different kind of magic effect. Or sorry, not his specifically his specials, but his smash attacks. So each of his smash attacks would be for a magic type. and I think they can do a really cool thing with him, which I don't know if you saw this in the which some of the more competitive guys pointed out that there's a new mechanic they haven't really talked about in Smash Ultimate called first Smash talks about called Overcharge, where you can actually charge Smash attacks longer than you could in like previous Smash games to do like more damage and stuff. So I think that can tie into Black Mage's final Smash attacks, where each one basically like his forward. I was thinking like his forward smash would basically be like he does like a blizzard attack where it's kind of like a little burst, like almost shotgun burst of ice in front of him. And when he charges it up, it basically becomes like the more like level 2 like Blizzara and Blizzaga. Like it becomes bigger. It has like a wider spread. His I was thinking his up smash would be kind of the fire move where he makes like it would kind of be like Peach's up smash where he gets like a little spinning fire tornado around him. And like the more you charge it up, like the slight, like it doesn't get like massive. It's usually just kind of like covers his body, but it's usually just kind of do like it'll do like more hits and more damage essentially as it gets to the higher levels of fire. Let's see what other ones I had. Where was his down smash again?
It'll be like Earth or Quake.
Yes, like it was gonna be like a
Meteor or Meteo Ultima.
Ultima. They just breaks that Ultima for the down smash, you know what I mean? Seems like overkill,
Okay.
Dark Mage.
So I had for his down B. His down B would be it would actually summon a lightning bolt. It wouldn't be like a stone pillar that comes out. Like basically he would kind of like start charging it up and it would bring a lightning bolt like kind of like directly in front of him down. Mm-hmm. And the charged up versions of that would be basically like it would be like one lightning strike, one really powerful lightning strike, then like a multi-hit like lightning strike where it does like a couple in a row like in one spot in front of him. So it has like, and it's that thing of like it's similar to Pikachu's like Thunder, where like the higher it is, it doesn't do that. Or I think it might be opposite for Pikachu's, where like the higher you get hit up in it, it doesn't do that much. But if you're like in the direct spot he's like dropping the thunder on, it does like crazy. It does a lot more damage and it launches them farther. And then for his specials specifically, those would be more of like the defensive moves. So basically, his down B could essentially just be like a kind of like a shell or like a defensive moves where he can reflect projectiles from enemies.
Those are a lot of those are more white mage skills, just FYI. Like shell and those more buffs.
I mean they could still celebrate through him though, because like at the end of the day, it's magic is magic.
Hey guys, magic. I'm with you, Mike.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, I get it. That's fair.
Exactly.
Man.
Just saying, if they have
fuck the white mage.
Yeah, fuck the white mage.
The internet will explode if they give the black mage white mage stuff.
It's true.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Internet.
I think so. You got a point, Scott.
But I agree with you. Like that would be cool. I'm just saying.
It's called Big Guard. It's enemy skill. It's fine.
That's blue magic.
Yeah. All right. I don't even understand blue magic. The magic race wars continue.
Yeah, but I had some other ones. Well, I think that was the only. Well, I think that was somewhat the only white mage move I had technically for the rest of these. Because the rest of them I had is up B. I think Arrow might be like. I think in some games it's a white mage move. In some games it's not. Mm-hmm. I think that's just like a broader one. Because basically I was thinking for Arrow, he would basically like summon a little kind of tiny tornado underneath him, and then he would kind of like sort of float around like Villager or like style to an extent, and be able to like kind of land back on the stage with that. His side B would be like similar to Zelda's side B, but instead of like a fire, it would be stop. So basically, or like a slow. It wouldn't completely stop him, but it would be kind of like you can kind of throw it out and sort of control it. It wouldn't have as much range as Zelda's. Like it can like fly it across the screen or something, or maybe even could. It might just be like way less effective at further range or something like that. Where basically you would stop it on somebody and then it would just slow them down kind of in place where they are. So you kind of use it to like kind of be effective off the stage. You can kind of hit a person with it off the stage and kind of slow him down to like go and react and kind of follow up and hit him in the air or something. And then his what was the last one I had? Sorry,
His neutral special.
Neutral special. All right. What did I have? Is that?
Mike's like, I didn't write a neutral special.
No, I did. But I was just thinking I might swap some of these around for certain moves. But I had his neutral B as a as basically working as like a point blank move, kind of like Mewtwo has like that move where he does like a confusion instantly on characters.
Oh.
I had that for him as his neutral B, but instead it would be a silence. So you could basically like do like basically it's like a point blank thing where they have to be like right in front of you, and he silences them immediately, and they can't use their specials for like a very brief
That's
period.
Really cool.
That would be really cool, actually.
That's what I had.
That's such a good pick.
Yeah. So those were those moves, and I had 2 ideas for Final Smashes.
Okay.
This was the first one I originally wrote down, and that was just he does Holy, which I guess is a white mage move, but fuck it. Basically he would just encompass like a stage in a ball of light, and then like basically he would like leap up into the center of the stage, and like a ball would just like grow out from his staff, encompassing the whole stage, and then beams of light would shoot from all the different angles of the stage into it, just explode and take out everybody.
That's cool.
But I guess I had the second one I had, which I guess would be more in line with it being like a non-white mage thing, was basically it goes into a Final Fantasy battle. Like basically he does it, he presses B, and then it does like the fade in and then it just goes to like the classic 4 characters from original Final Fantasy come up on the screen. And then he just like the black mage does like some like overdrive special thing and just makes them all like glow crazy, and they just do like super fast hitting.
Good.
And it's just like all the characters are on the other side just getting hit. You can see like 999s like flying off their heads, and then they just go. Then it cuts back and they fly off.
But at the end, it can play the like really quick. Like that'd be fucking so good.
Yes. Or like when he's on the stage and like they're all flying off, he does like his victory animation from the thing, or he like chants, or that'd probably be one of his taunts where he like is in place
the cheer, yeah,
just like his cheer and stuff. And like I was thinking also the one last thing for an alternate costume, they could give him basically like Final Fantasy. He would be more off of like the original Final Fantasy 1 Black Mage. But you'd have an alternate costume where he looks more like Vivi. Not like 100% Vivi, but he would have like Vivi's hat and Vivi's staff from Final Fantasy 9, and maybe like his like robe can be colored more like a black or like what is it, like a white and kind of bluish.
It's like a bluish
stripes
tunic kind of thing.
So,
Striped.
Yeah, striped and all that.
Pants.
So that's. Make sure that's pretty. Yep, that's pretty much what I got. So yeah, so basically I'll do a quick run through. So he's Black Mage from the original Final Fantasy. All of his specials, or all of his smashes, would be he'd be able to charge them up to different levels of magic attacks. So he has like an up smash that does like fire tornado, down smash that does a lightning bolt, side smash does a like a shotgun blast of ice. All of his specials are like buff debuff type stuff. So like he can down B, reflect projectiles. His neutral B can do like a quick silence at point blank. His side B can like slow down people if he shoots it out. And his up B, like he uses arrow to kind of lift himself up. And then I think I'm going to go with that Final Fantasy 1 for this final smash.
That's so good, dude. Yeah.
So like all the characters come in, all the original characters come in on the OG battle screen and do a bunch of damage and shoot off the characters off the stage. So there you go. There's my pitch for the Black Mage.
I like that a lot.
Thank you. He's probably like now that King K. Rool is here, like there are a few other characters that are like the characters I want to see so badly. Like Black Mage is one of them, and Waluigi was the other one.
All right, Scott.
I'm after the outside pick with Ring a Bell. Today I'm gonna play it a bit safer.
Okay.
Gino from Super Mario RPG, guys.
Hell yeah.
There he is.
I still want him.
I feel like
Still
there's
want him.
good chances on this one too. Just
Yeah.
like Paper
He
Mario.
was
also
a
agree.
Mii Fighter outfit last time, and they seem to be making a lot of real characters out of Mii Fighter outfits this time. So,
Yes. Yeah, that's a good point.
and he's very popular. A lot of people have wanted Gino for quite some time.
Yes.
And he was, and with Square and Nintendo's much more buddy relationship in recent years,
Coming off of Octopath, the
coming
fire's
out.
hot.
Exactly. Everyone's happy. They love each other. They're embracing again. It's a touching moment. But I think now would be a perfect time for Gino to make his triumphant return, and Smash Bros. Ultimate would be perfect for it. His smashes would probably be like his giant punches, like Rocket Punch, kind of things like that. I haven't quite figured out like what his like down smash or things like that would be. But for his neutral special, Geno Beam, like he kind of has like a Samus thing where he charges up and then his fist opens up and it shoots, instead of like a big blast, like a single ball blast, it'd be like a beam, kind of like a miniaturized version of Samus's ultimate or her final smash. But it wouldn't last obviously as long, but it could like pierce enemies, so you could hit multiple people with a single Geno Beam if you hold it longer. Because like in Super Mario RPG, there were like little gimmicks. So with Geno Beam, the longer you held Y, it charged up some stars, and then it would be a bit stronger. So that would be his neutral special, just like a cannon. His side smash would be the Geno Whirl attack that he uses, where he throws a disc, kind of like very Sailor Moon, Tiara magicness at him. He would just spin and like chuck this laser disc at people. Where that could also, it would kind of go up at an angle. So it would also help with some anti-air-esque. So it would throw it in front of him, and then it would kind of slightly go up.
That's cool.
It would also go through, like if you held it, you could go through a couple characters, but if you just did it really quick, it would just connect with one person and be done. Then for his up smash, what I'm thinking he would do is kind of point his rocket fist down and then like shoot it down, and kind of from the propulsion of the rocket fist, he would kind of pop up. It would be similar to Mega Man's down smash, where he shoots down hard knuckle. But this one would be a bit more propelled from the rocket boost from his punch. So that would be that. And then for his down special would be the Geno Blast, where he would summon like light rays, kind of like a Pikachu Thunder, but it would be kind of 2 light rays on the side of him, kind of striking. And if you held down, it would do a couple more hits, like 3 hits worth of damage or something. Or it would last longer, so they would kind of be like Robin's fire attack, where the pillars kind of remain there for a little while. So the beam would kind of last and linger for a little bit, depending on how long you held it. And then for his final smash, it has to be Geno Flash, where he transforms into a giant cannon. And then just shoots a giant star, I think it was? No, it was like a ball, and then it exploded into like a star. And then, or maybe incorporate other star spirits or star sprites that possess Geno, and they all charge up and like do a big giant Geno cannon blast. So that would be my thing. And then after he like transforms back, he crosses his arms and does like the whole nod thing, because I really like that victory pose taunt or whatever you mentioned with your black mage. Like, so Geno would do something similar to that, where he like nod. But yeah, Geno, I need Geno.
Geno's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's that one game I have played yet that I really want to play. I'm just waiting to get around to it, and I'm not super familiar with Geno, but he seems like that character that like as soon as I start playing that game, I'd immediately be like, "Yep, I'm into. Let's get him."
Yeah,
both him and Mallow are just like really immediately likable characters from that game.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna play it one of these days, relatively soon.
Yeah,
especially if you get
book club.
Yeah, ooh, that'd be a good book club game.
It's true. It's true.
I do want to put it out there, I'm not as good at coming up with characters as you two are. So for my character,
Says the person who won the first damn character
but
pitch.
it's just everybody loves Paper Mario.
You're so modest.
Yeah,
You're
it's
just
true.
But like I'm not good at coming out with like the specials and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So like I don't even have an up special for this character. I have no idea. I did not realize until after I had started writing out the specials that this character is already in another fighting game.
So is Ryu.
It's true. Fair. But like recently fan requested in another fighting game. My character idea was Phoenix Wright from the Ace Attorney series.
That'd be cool.
He is, obviously Ace Attorney lives on Nintendo platforms. I feel like he is in a weird way a Nintendo character. He was in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite or the Ultimate version of that. I never played the Ultimate version of that, so I never got to see like the 20 characters or whatever that they added to that. So I've never actually seen Phoenix Wright in that game. I've probably seen a little bit of it, but I don't really know his moves, so these specials aren't necessarily based on that. So the idea I had, obviously Phoenix Wright's a really doofy character, so a lot of his moves aren't like, I imagine his smash moves, like his side attacks and all that being not great just because he's not like really a fighter. He's an attorney. For his specials, I had
An Ace Attorney.
an Ace Attorney. He's a very good attorney. So for his neutral special, I had it being like a grapple where he like grabs and investigates somebody and then tosses them out. I thought that would be really funny because like investigation is part of everything for him. His side special I thought would be funny for like a note attack where he like throws sheets of paper out like throwing stars kind of. I imagine his side special could be one like where you hold it until he like runs out of paper too, and then he makes a dumb face or something like that.
Yeah.
The down special, which I really like, is where he like throws his hands down on the ground, kind of like he slams them on the table. So he like leans down and slams down, and it creates like a shockwave around him.
So like Donkey Kong's ground pound?
Kind of like that. Just it's like one big hit. I imagine that could go either way for his down special or his down smash. I liked it as a special because it is such like an iconic move of his, where he just like slams and it just like causes a big shockwave and launches enemies directly next to him up in the air. I don't up special, like I said, I don't have a good one. I can't imagine like I feel like it'd be funny if like another character showed up and like he jumped off their head or something like that, something referential to the other Ace Attorney characters. But I can't think of like one outside of like him doing the super jump that like contextually makes sense from Ace Attorney. For his final smash, the only one that I thought would make sense would be like the way he launches it is he throws out his hand and like hits somebody and then it slams up the objection sign and then it launches into it, and like maybe like Maya comes in and like she like, because I don't, does something happen to her where she's not in the later games? I don't know if I want to know that or
I think
not.
he grows up and becomes like a reporter or something.
Okay. Because she's like not your sidekick in the later games. I was worried that she dies because like her older sister dies in the first game. It's like, Jesus Christ. But like maybe she shows up and does like a little seance-y thing. Another idea that I had that'd be great for it is like she shows up and like throws down a scroll, and then as she's like writing on it, it like turns out it's a summoning scroll, and she summons somebody in, and out like coming from the background of the stage, like flying in, golden hair and beautiful as Goku, and he just flies in and just smashes into the person.
So it'd be like the Kuchisio no Jutsu from like Naruto. Where
Yeah,
they,
exactly. Like
that, and
we're
then it's
incorporating like
giant.
Naruto and Dragon Ball. I want you to know, Mike, I had all of this planned.
I could tell.
And yeah, she just throws in Goku.
You said somebody comes flying out. I'm just.
Yeah, I knew exactly you'd get it. But you know, that's just an idea. not necessarily strict to it. I think the big thing is like throwing out the finger and slamming them and doing the big objection hit. And there's going to be a running theme with all of my character pitches. I'm just going to lay the groundwork here. But yeah, I feel like Phoenix Wright would be really cool. That was another one I saw off the ballot. That's where I got the idea from. Was he was very requested. A lot of people like Phoenix Wright.
I like that finger and objection one. It'd be cool if kind of taking off Mike's point when they do the objection thing, it like sends them into like the courtroom scene.
Oh yeah.
And they're like on trial with the judge behind them or whatever.
The cross-examination, and he just like slams him with words and they explode or something.
Totally. It's just them like one side hold it and then another side's take that, and it's just like they're going back and forth with all these exclamations.
Yeah. It'd be great.
And then the judge just slams the gavel down on their head.
Yeah, it would totally make sense because that's like the whole theme with a lot of Final Smashes of the game where they're just like way more cinematic.
Yeah, and
so I could totally see. Yeah, I could totally see that. Just a big court that them us all appearing in a courtroom, and then him just yelling objection from another side, and then just pans over the other character, and then they show him just standing there, and then they just go into like a hit thing, and then go flying off or something like that. That'd be very funny.
Yeah, I feel like Phoenix Wright could be such a fun character, kind of like King K. Rool in a lot of ways, where it's like kind of a joke, but like also he's great. So stuff
hey
like
man.
That.
King K. Rool's a real deal. He ain't no joke.
He is the real deal.
Such a good reveal.
Motherfucking real deal.
That's it. That's
the show. So that's it. Yep, we got our 3 more characters. Holy crap, we talked about Smash for a very long time, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I'm glad we didn't record audio.
Yes, me too. Me too. It's gonna be very fun to edit this video together.
Yeah, sorry for the longer show. We try and keep this one tighter, but we're very excited.
There was a lot to talk about.
Yeah, that's what it was ultimately. There's just that.
Next month we will also have a lot to talk about. We will have played Smash Bros.
That's also too. We will have played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at PAX West. We will have footage of us playing it. Probably not the greatest, but again, you'll get to see more Smash Ultimate, which is pretty much what all of us want to see at the end of the day. Yep. So once this, you'll see this. We'll have a link down below for our character pitches for this week. Again, it was from me. It was the Black Mage from Final Fantasy 1. From Scott, it was Gino from Super Mario RPG, and from Alex, it was Phoenix Wright from the Ace Attorney series. So that all will be down below in the description.
We'll be on Twitter as well if people.
Yeah, be on Twitter, and we'll definitely get it out there so everyone can vote, and then we'll feel who wins that one in September. But until then,
and then we're so close, so close. I do want to say real quick a couple other housekeeping bits. Thank you again, everyone, for coming out and watching. Like,
seriously,
I feel like we got way more views on this than we thought we would. Just shows that everybody loves Smash Brothers. Everybody's really excited. We are too. We are glad that you're sharing that excitement with us. Just super appreciative. Other thing is, I know some people were asking about getting the show on podcast services. There is potential for it. It is a thing that we are looking into. I don't want to guarantee one way or the other, so I'm not going to make any promises, but there's a possibility that by September or October we may be able to have this show up on podcast services, so just keep that in mind.
Yep.
We're working on it. We understand that it is not super convenient that we are only on YouTube, but keep in mind also Mike does a lot of work editing the show and putting video and stuff in there, so it is an interactive experience. You are getting stuff for watching and whatnot, so thank you very much to Mike for that.
And still sound off if you want it or not. So the more people that sound off, the more we're definitely more passionate and work we'll put into making this happen on Spotify and other platforms.
Yes, and getting the show out where you want it at the end of the day. But again, thanks for joining me again to talk about Smash, guys. It's a
goddamn pleasure.
Yeah, it's a goddamn pleasure. It's become
great.
It'll continue to be the highlight for me until this game is out.
Yeah.
Thanks, and
check out irrationalpassions.com.
Yeah. Check out their website if you're interested in any other kind of game coverage.
If you're gonna be in Seattle at the end of the month, come say hi to us.
Yeah.
Come find us at Nintendo booth. Playing
Maybe we can play Smash
probably.
together.
Yeah.
We are going to be
for
playing
sure.
a lot of Smash Brothers. So.
We'll be playing a lot of Smash there.
Lines permitting.
Yes.
Yeah, lines remaining and it actually being there. They could be talking this up so much right now, and then it's just like, well, we forgot it.
It'll be there.
But yeah, I think it'll be there, for sure.
It'd be bonkers if it wasn't.
Yeah, that would
Yep.
be pretty nuts.
Agreed. But yeah, definitely look for our Smash coverage there. Look for we'll be covering a lot of other games there. Like you said, follow us on YouTube. We'll be doing some video previews there. We'll have a bunch of written stuff on irrationalpassions.com.
We'll probably do a video of us talking about playing Smash, like a brief thing before we do it on Ultimate next month. So we'll see.
For sure. So until then, thanks again for watching. We really appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Laters.
See you again.